am not at home on the Gold Coast right now, waiting for that green light here right now. Waiting for that green light, and we are good to go. Hey guys, how you going today on BKR Sport? I really hope this stream goes well tonight because I am not on the Gold Coast. I am in Yamba right now because Dan is a Muppet, and he's having a wedding tomorrow, of course, on preliminary final weekend, but we will be here streaming both the games, so I'm really excited about that. Now guys, obviously, tonight we have got the Penrith Panthers taking on the Melbourne Storm in a big old preliminary final that I'm pretty surprised there is a 5-1 underdog in. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, 5-1 is a pretty significant odds amount. Like, that's a really solid odds amount, man, and I can't believe that. Like, I do understand that the Panthers should be significant favourites, but maybe not that much, because this is still the best 4 teams in the competition right now. The teams that are still here after a 17 buddy team competition, there's only 4 teams left, so 5-1 odds is pretty crazy there for Melbourne Storm. But yeah, look, it's going to be a crazy one tonight. Whoever wins this one obviously does go through to the grand final next week. And yeah, hopefully it's a good one, man. We do kick off at 7:50 p.m, so obviously plenty of time to chat away. Obviously, we'll go through the 2 team lineups, give my prediction, look at the points scored and against throughout the season, and then obviously we'll get into the chat. So obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new around here. Like I said, I am in Yamba, so I didn't know if the internet was going to be good here, but it seems like it is. It seems like it's rocking all well and fine. But, okay, so this is the Panthers who are in first position, taking on the Storm who are in third position. Now, the Panthers are $1.19 to win this game, while the Storm are $4.80, and this is at a core stadium in Sydney. Penrith are the home team, but obviously because their stadium is not big enough for a preliminary final, they're not able to host the home game there. You're only allowed to host a home game at the smaller stadiums for the first 2 weeks of the finals, and then it has to go to the bigger stadium near you. Same goes to the Titans. If we make the preliminary final like in 2010, our home game actually goes to Suncorp Stadium, which is pretty crazy, but whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, the Panthers here at home at a core stadium. Now, the ins here for the Panthers tonight: Isaac Tungo, Jerome Luai, and Matthew Eisenhuth, with Jamin Salmon and Zach Hosking being out. Now, that is absolutely huge there in regards to having... That is absolutely huge in regards to Jerome Luai coming back in. Jack Cogger, for me, he's a 7, a pure 7. Whilst obviously has been doing well with this Panthers team, anyone could kind of go in there. You, me, pretty much anyone could go in there and succeed at this team at this point. But yeah, really big in there for Jerome Luai. Now, the fullback, Dylan Edwards, with the wingers being Sonia Torova and Brian To'o. Centres, Stephen Crichton and Isaac Tungo. Is this Stephen Crichton's last game at the Panthers? Because if they go out tonight, he'll be the doggies next year. So Stephen Crichton could be playing his last game here tonight if the Storm win. Now, 5'8", Jerome Luai, with the 7 being Nathan Cleary, who is also captain. Moses Leota and James Fisher-Harris the front row, with Mitch Kenny going into the number 9. Scotty Sorensen and Liam Martin back row. Isaiah Yeo is the lock, with Jack Cogger, Lindsay Smith, Spencer Leniu and Luke Garner being the interchange. 18th man replacement being Tyron Peachy, and 19th man replacement being Matty Eisenhuth. So Panthers, no excuses, but when you're in the preliminary finals, doesn't matter. You have no excuses regardless. Doesn't matter. It just simply, you have to have your team together. It's not a case of, look, I hope we have our best team out there. You have to have your best team out there, especially against a team like the Melbourne Storm, who do know how to win competitions regardless of odds. Now, ins here for the Storm: Jerome Hughes, outs. Nada. Nobody's out here for the Storm. So they're going pretty right there in regards to their team lineup. Nick Meaney, he's the fullback, with Will Warbrick and Remus Smith on the wings, Justin Olam and Marion Seve in the centres. Now, I do think the Panthers could really target the centre pairing today, because I do think that that's probably one of the weaker areas of the Storm right now. You look at Justin Olam, he's got the name for himself, but he's not what he used to be. And Marion Seve can do some good things, but overall, you are back in the centre pairing of Isaac Tungo and Stephen Crichton over the 2 of them right now. So it'll be interesting to see that centre battle here tonight. But I do think the wingers of Will Warbrick and also Remus Smith can go up against the likes of Sonia Torova and Brian To'o, but you do give that over to the side of the Panthers there. In regards to fullback, you give it to Edwards over Meaney. So the back line definitely is towering for the Panthers over the Storm in this one. But you go to the halves, and this is a tough one. Karen Munster is the 5'8", and Jerome Hughes is the halfback. Now, do you take Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary, or do you take Munster and Hughes? It is a bit of a much of a muchness. I do think that Munster is over Luai, but I do think that Nathan Cleary is over Hughes, so you could actually argue there's a bit of a wash there. You go to the front row forwards now: Tuikami Kamitha and Christian Welsh, who is the captain, and the number 9 is Harry Grant. Trent Loiero and Eliezer Katoa is the back row, and then Josh King in the lock. Interchange-wise, Tyron Wishart, Tom Eisenhuth, Nelson Asafa Salamona, and Tarek Sims, with the 18th man replacement being Grant Anderson, and 19th is Bronson Garlick. So you go and have a look at the forwards there as well. Isaiah Yeo versus Josh King, I'm taking Yeo there. In regards to the back row of Trent Loiero and Eliezer Katoa, Scott Sorensen, Liam Martin. I do lean with the Panthers in that regards. I'm not massively a fan of Trent Loiero, to be completely honest with you. But I do think that the front row pairing can actually go toe-to-toe with Moses Leota and Fisher Harris. But Welsh and Kamika Meita need to really rise up to do that. But I think at their peak, they can match it with them. Harry Grant over Mitch Kenny, very, very clearly there. But when you go to the benches as well, Jack Cogger versus Wishart, I actually really like Wishart. Like, I don't mind Cogger, but I really like Tyron Wishart as a player. Absolutely crushed the Broncos when he got his opportunity about 3-4 weeks ago, before they obviously got pumped, but Wishart wasn't playing. And then when it comes to the benches there, I do love the looks of Nelson Solomona, Tommy Eisenhuth, and Tarek Sims. I actually personally would lean with the Storm bench over the Penrith Panthers bench, and this could be Spencer Lenny's last game with Penrith as well, because he's obviously off to, I believe, is the Sydney Roosters next year. I think he's off to the Chooky Chooks, so that'll be interesting. Look, I think that I want to lean with the Panthers tonight for obvious reasons, but I do want to say, beware of the Storm. Beware of the Storm that could be approaching, because to have the media completely against you, to have every fan completely against you, to say everyone's saying there's no chance. Now, if there's ever a chance for a team that has no chance, it is the Melbourne Storm. This team has always been known as a real grindy team, a team that can get under your skin, a team that will really put the foot down in the throat when the going is going right for them. Now, yes, obviously they did get pumped 26-0 by the Broncos, but with that being said, that was a very one-off occasion with the Melbourne Storm. I don't think the Storm are the Storm of old for obvious reasons, but I do think the Storm are a lot better than people give them credit for. They have been very average in recent weeks. However, they are still in the preliminary final, and I know they know how to get the job done and over the line. The Panthers could come into this game and think that they've already won it. They could come into this game and think that, they've already got this season basically on lock, or they're looking towards the Broncos next week. And the Broncos haven't even made it yet, which could be a benefit to the Warriors. But I wouldn't go into this game thinking that there is no chance here for the Melbourne Storm, because I know this team too well over the years. Even though they're not that same team, that I know this team too well over the years. Now, coming into the finals, the Melbourne Storm scored 627 points, whilst the Panthers got 645 points. So they're only off by about 18 points now. The Panthers come into this season, and throughout the year, we were thinking the Panthers weren't actually that great attacking-wise comparatively to previous years, but they still finished on top of the points department. They still scored the most points across the season. However, like I said, the Melbourne Storm only 18 points short, and obviously haven't been as good as well. So that is a really big positive there for the Storm, that they can actually match it in regards to the attack, and you could make an argument that the attack of the Storm can actually be better than the Panthers at times. However, you go to the defensive side of things, and the Melbourne Storm came into the finals at 459 against, whilst the Panthers came in at 312 against. So the Storm actually gave up about 140 more points than the Panthers did in 2023. Now, that is a huge, huge telling sign there. The Storm, they conceded 38 points to the Titans back in the day. They conceded 26-0 to the Broncos the other week. They know how to concede points, but they can score points themselves. So, I don't know. This game could be a 14-12. This game could be a 26-24. This game could be a 26-10. It really could be anywhere of the sorts. I don't see a world Storm win 13+. I do see a world where the Panthers win 13+. But I just think that this game could have a boil over all over it. It could have it. I'm not telling you to bet on it. I'm not telling you it's going to happen. But it could have a boil over all over it, to be honest with you. But yeah, look, my prediction is going to be the Panthers, but I'm going to say it in a tight one. And again, I do think that it is possible that the Storm get a snaggy. I do think it is possible the Storm get a snaggy. But obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. But obviously, do not forget as well that we are in collaboration with GameDay Squad for the NRL Finals series. Now, GameDay Squad, if you don't know, is in the pinned comment in the chat. Go and click on it and get your finals team in, because you can win weekly prizes. You've got to love that. Free weekly prizes, a free game to play, but it's a mixture of FIFA and also NRL Supercoach Fantasy. So basically, the in-game stats of the players that you can be watching tonight, those stats will translate to the players that you have that you packed through, like the FIFA packs or per se. So you pack those players, you put them into your team, and then you put together the best 10 you possibly can, and you can win weekly prizes. And we're hopefully going to be putting up together a league for next year as well. But if you want to get a little bit of a taste tester for it, jump into GameDay Squad today on the pinned comment over there. And I've got my team. I actually got Harry Grant this week in my team, so I'm really looking forward to hopefully him having a big game tonight. But yeah, easy to sign up. Jump over there. Appreciate GameDay Squad for collaborating, and appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Let's get to the chat. Let's get into the chat. Let's see who's crazy today. Let's see who's getting around it today. Here we go. Alrighty. Do you think don't you think it's a bit early to start a stream? Nope, no, I don't, because guess what? I always start the stream about 15 minutes earlier, because guess what? We've got a big night ahead. We've got a big old night ahead. Biddy 2021 says, this is not about rugby league, and BK, you don't have to answer this, but what do you rate Australia's chances in the men's ODI World Cup? We're winning it all. I Rocky one day says there's a storm coming. Hopefully, at least it's a good game. That's what I want to see. You know, at the end of the day, you want to just see a good game. You want to see a game that can go down the wire, that we can really... you just want to see a game that really can pump along, man, and keep us interested the entire time. That's what I'm really looking forward to be completely honest with you. Orjay says, congrats to whoever bets on the Storm. 5-1 odds are a bit hectic. Exactly right, Orjay. That's wild to me. 5-1 odds for a preliminary final team is insane. And then you go and have a look as well at the Warriors. I think they're actually less. I think they're like 4-1. Now, I think that the Storm are a better chance than the Warriors. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think the Warriors can win. I just think that if I was to bet on either one of them, I would probably bet with the Storm. I'm a lot more confident in the Storm of a boil over than I am in the Warriors. So, I think 5-1 odds is pretty solid. But I just want to quickly go and have a look here at what the Warriors are playing. Yeah, $3.90. Yeah, so they're short, a decent bit shorter, $1 shorter than what the Storm are. So, yeah, interesting. Brizzy Train Clip says, are you going to be showing the Internationals game of PNG against Australia? Unfortunately, I can't do the Papua New Guinea game tomorrow against Australia in the PM XIII. I really wish I could, but unfortunately, I have a muppet of a mate who decided to get married tomorrow. So I'll be at his wedding, but I will be back in time for the Broncos vs Warriors at 7 p.m. Flaxy says, Tanner Boyd is like Penrith in the YouTube poll, 100%. Unfortunately not. The Penrith Panthers are on 58% in the chat there, Ryan. I know that obviously you Penrith fans do struggle to comprehend and read simple mathematics, but that's at 58%. Now, Tanner Boyd's actually 100%. He does not miss. If you guys can show me a time that Tanner Boyd has missed a conversion on the channel, then I'll admit that Tanner Boyd, he might miss. But Tanner Boyd doesn't miss. It's just as simple as that. But guess who also doesn't miss? Olivia Reed. $8 donation. Another day and another donation. Sad times. Last Friday night footy for a while. Won't know what to do with myself. Going for the Storm tonight. Appreciate you for your donation, first of all. But secondly, yeah, look, it obviously gets to a bit of a sad point of the season where you start to realise there's no Thursday night footy, there's no Friday night footy, and then tomorrow will be the last Saturday game as well for quite some time. Oh, to be fair, no, Friday night footy is not over actually, Olivia, because we do have the championship, the Pacific Championships coming up, which involve Cook Islands, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Samoa, Australia, New Zealand, and there's also Tonga versus England that's happening over there in England, but that starts at like 11:30 p.m. or whatnot at night. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, we've got the Pacific Championships coming up right after. So I'll be streaming a lot of that from Fiji, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, it should be a good time. So it's not the last Friday night game we're pretty blessed that we've got some good rugby league coming up right after the season as well. But thank you very much for your donation. Wonky Donkey TV says, listening while on train to Manchester, a day on the beers and attending Lee vs Wigan tonight. Perfect Friday. Mate, you've got it all together. This is what we call an all-together man. Wonky Donkey has smashed it. Jared Troy says, the Panthers should be fresh after having a week off. Yes, but you can also look on the flip side that one team has had that consistency and one team has not had the consistency and have had that rest. We've noticed this year, the bye does not always help. It doesn't always help. We've seen throughout the year. Usually we would think, oh yeah, they've got the fresh legs, they've got the bye, all good. It didn't actually necessarily work out for a great deal of teams this season, right? It did it early on, but that's kind of because it didn't really matter early on. And then as the season went on, not every team would win straight after the bye. So yeah, whilst you're correct, the team is rested. The fact of the matter is that the Storm will come into this game and give it a red-hot crack as well. And, they've got Jerome Hughes back in, which is a huge in here for the Melbourne Storm. They did not have him last week against the Roosters. And, obviously, the Storm are only here because of a last-ditch, try. But with that being said, the Storm are known for those last-ditch tries. So that's why you say you just can't ever write them off. Ray Murray says, why do you have the Titans as one? I don't have the Titans one. That's the official ladder, mate. That's the official ladder. Sarantos says, why is your background changed? Because I'm in Yamba right now. I do actually have the green screen here, man. I do have it, which you can then see whatever stadium we're at. I think we're at Melbourne, if that's the case. I do have the green screen here, but I just thought I can't really be bothered setting it up, man. It doesn't really matter to you guys, to be completely honest with you. Sashin says, ladder doesn't lie, Rain. Exactly right, Sashin. Get into him, Get into him. Rain says, supposed to be Panthers, bruh, not Titans. My mum's cousin's Kevin Proctor plays for them. He lives on the Gold Coast with my nan and granddad. Well, fun fact for you, Kevin Proctor does not actually play for the Gold Coast Titans. No, he hasn't played all season. He last played, I think, maybe round 20 of 2022. So that's not, in fact, true. But, Titans are officially top of the table. Thanks for coming. Jake McDonald's has got a back to Storm tonight, surely. Yeah, look, I think we just want to see a different winner. But with that being said, the Storm win a lot as well. If you want to go back to the previous winner, people keep saying, hopefully the Storm win to break up this Penrith three-peat. But if you go back and and look, the Panthers have won the last two in a row, but Storm won the year before that. And then it was the Roosters, Storm won the year before that. You know what I'm saying? So the Storm have won their fair share. If you do want a different winner, you look at the Broncos or the Warriors. But with that being said, I do believe the Panthers are going to win the competition this year. But, hopefully for Jacob, I'm sure you're a Warriors fan. Hopefully you're getting around the Wars tomorrow night. It should be a good stream. 6 nights getting around it. Jay Sepp says, who's your tip for tonight? Who's your first try scorer? First try scorer, I'm going to go with the Storm. I'm going to say Money Munster. I'm going to say Money Munster for a snaky little, slippery gypsy kind of deal. Snake it around. I'll say Cammy Munster. I'm going to say Penrith, but by 1 or 12. I think the Storm will really grind this through, and I would not be surprised if the Storm win. I would not be surprised. Olivia said, I watched the AFL Grand Final next Saturday too. Yeah, hopefully Brisbane's not in it. I don't actually hate Brisbane. I don't actually hate them, but I do know that Collingwood's more than likely going to be winning the grand final this year. Breezy Train Clip says, I was going to go to Suncorp Stadium to watch the Broncos vs Warriors, but my dad told me to go to Grand Central Hotel in the city because barely any people go there anyway because of the AFL game. That was an extremely random comment. That was, I'm not going to lie to you. That was an extremely random comment. But thank you. Shargan says, Yamba God's Country. Yeah, it looks nice around here, man. I haven't really been able to look too much, though. We got in today at maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock or something like that. Myself, Antonio, Joel Boy, and Haley and whatnot. We're staying with Rhonda and Jay and cracking down here for the next couple of days. So it should be good, man. Should be good, nice and fresh. I was worried about the internet, though. I was really worried about the internet before coming here. Obviously, it seems fine for you guys, which is really, really great. But I was a little bit worried about the internet because obviously we have the Titans women's game on Sunday in the semi-finals of the women's NRLW against the Roosters. Plus also we have the Knights and the Broncos in that semi-final as well. I should be back on the Gold Coast by then. I should be back on the Gold Coast. Olivia says, I'm going to the game tomorrow. Can't wait, but it's going to be nuts in Brisbane tomorrow. Up to us. Kerry Ahmed Brass says, good haircut, bro. Yeah, got the old haircut. Got the old haircut out. I had to get it for the Titans event and also this wedding. Because obviously, if you guys didn't know, I was at the Titans Awards night on Wednesday, which was good. Yeah, Big Moe Fodaway cut taking out the big prize, Paul Broughton. Jared says, what's better, Yamba or Byron Bay? I haven't really experienced Yamba, bro, so wait for tomorrow and I can ask that question. Jacob McDonald says, just back in Storms that the Warriors have an easier grand final, really. If the Storm win the night, that is the first piece of the puzzle complete. So, Jacob, I don't want to break your heart here, man, but you actually haven't beaten any of these teams this season. You haven't beaten the Broncos so far. You haven't beaten the Panthers, and you haven't beaten the Storm. So, the only 3 teams that the Rabbitohs you didn't beat as well, but outside of Rabbitohs, who were a scuffle team this year, just a bloody gee whiz team. What happened to that team? What happened, Rabbitohs? What happened? And besides them, these are the only 3 teams that you actually didn't beat in 2023. So, I woun't be confident against all 3. Fantasy Football Guy says, NFL streams this week or nah. Unfortunately, I'm not probably going to be able to do these ones. Monday maybe. Wonky Donkey TV says, Proctor lives on my street in the UK. True story. Oh, there you go. I just remember him, obviously, from his Titans days. So, until the incident. Rocky Sports getting around it. Jay's way in Yamba. Dan's wedding. If you guys watch the vlogs, then you know Dano. And Dano's getting married tomorrow. J12 said, this ain't going to end well. I disagree. I think it'll be a close game. I do think it'll be a close game. But I do see it well where the Panthers win 13 plus for sure. But I think this will be a closer game than most people expect. Now, guys, 30 minutes time until the game does kick off. Obviously, smack that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I should actually get myself a drink of water or something. To be completely honest with you, I should. But we'll figure it out in a sec. Ray says, I'm glad I can just enjoy this game because tomorrow I'm going to be stressing all day. Absolutely. And Sunday I'm going to be stressing all day because my Titans women's team, bit of Shannon Marto, bit of Jessica Elliston, a bit of Georgia Hale, a little bit of Lauren Brown, get around it. A bit of, Vanya Politi, going to be cracking Sunday. unfortunately, fantasy football guy, Dan is the bloke who supports Man United. It's a real big travesty. You know, we really do struggle to be friends with that guy. But unfortunately, you know how you have that Muppet of a friend? Well, he's unfortunately our Muppet. Brizzy Train Clip says, another, and I'm comment, I hate YouTube putting ads right in the middle of your streams. Oh, there you go. K Wolf says, I think it'll be interesting. I hope Storm has some fight at least against Panthers. I think we all do. You know, at the end of the day, especially with people like myself and people like you guys who don't have specific teams to follow, like you're just kind of going for a team for another team not to win. That's how most people are like. You know, people are going for the Wars and whatnot because they're the underdog team. You know, you got Rabbitohs fans probably getting around the Broncos for Adam Reynolds, but outside of that, pretty much everybody else is just kind of going so that the Panthers don't win a three-peat, is what I would probably say. Olivia says, imagine if both our Broncos girls and boys get into the grand final. I hope not. Broggy Sports with a $3 redo donation. Get around your brother. Says Titan 13 plus, signed up the TARS. Get around the shing. That's what we're talking about, son. Shing. Shing. That's what we're talking about. Shun Abel says, who are you tipping to win, BKR? I am tipping the Panthers 1-12. I'm tipping the Panthers and I'm going to go by 4. I'm going to tip the Panthers by 4. Jack O'Neill says, is Georgia how that Titans women's prop that Clarkey posted about? Has she been playing like that for the past few seasons, or do you know where she came from? I'm not too sure. I think she might have played for the Warriors women's team back in the day. I'm really not too sure. She's really blown onto the scene for me this season. I really don't know. She used to be partnered with Sammy Lasoni. I think she might be still with him. I'm not too sure, to be completely honest with you. But she's a beast, man. She's a beast on the field. It's really good to see what she does here with this team. She's a leader of this team, man. It's great to see. If you listen to the pod, you know, we speak about Georgia week in, week out. I called her as my MVP pre-season. And, you know, yeah, she's really been having an MVP kind of year. Zach Hewitt, man, for 8 months, up at a Storm. Yeah, good luck, Zach. You got a big one here tonight. You have got a big old game here tonight. So, you know, you're definitely not favourites, that's for sure. You definitely are not favourites. But you guys have got 28 minutes. Go and get your finals fantasy team done with the GameDay Squad. Go and smash it in. See if you can compete with me. Who do I have? I've got Harry Grant this game. I got, I think I have Mitch Kenny as well, actually, on my bench. I think I have Mitchy Kenny. Who else do I have? My Brian To'o and my team as well. So, you know, a couple of sneakies here and there. Can't complain. I'm going to go get myself a drink of water. While we're waiting here, I'm going to go get myself a drink of water. So, guys, yeah, like I said, smack that thumbs up button, subscribe. But I'll be back in just a few moments. And we're back. And we are back. Who's the interior decorator? What you mean? There's nothing wrong. It's a big room, though. It's a big room. Breezy Train Clips, under your hat is green, and it's acting like a green screen. Yep. Yeah, because usually this would be a green screen. You can see the goalposts. There you go. Actually, what stadium is behind us? Is it Amy? Hold on. No, where is this? Is that Warriors? No. Yeah, I think that's Mount Smart, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, last week's game, the last game of the round was Mount Smart between the Warriors and Knights. That's right. Jay says, that's right. What is love? Oh no, we've already had someone removed. Yeah. Unfortunately, George, Storm only has one S, mate. It only has one S, and it's at the beginning. Zach says, can't see why we're not favourites. It's got a great track record against them. I know you're probably talking a bit of smack, but do you? Do you? I don't think you do you? Melbourne Storm versus Penrith Panthers record. Melbourne Storm versus Penrith Panthers record. Maybe this one has it. Latest results. Yeah, this will be the one here. Okay. Well, the last time you played them, you lost 26-6. So maybe not so great. Maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. Here we go. 26-6, 34-16. They beat you guys won 16-0 back in 2022. So this year, you lost twice to them, and you conceded quite a lot of points. And then last year, you beat them once. They beat you once. Okay, yeah, you've beaten them once. Okay, gee whiz. Since that 2020 grand final, where you won 26-20, they won 12-10. The Storm won 37-10. Panthers 10-6. Panthers 32-6. Storm 16-0. Panthers 34-16. And then the Panthers 26-6. So, yeah, not the greatest track record against them, especially recently. JSF said, did Loffy win Rookie of the Year for the Titans this season? Is he a Queensland or New South Wales eligible? He's Queensland, and yes, he won Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Jack O'Neill says, have you been going for a specific team now that Cronulla is out? I know you've been supportive of the Wires since they've been battling for a few years, but are you going for them directly? I don't really care who wins, man. As long as, look, in a very, very weird way, I still wouldn't even care if the Broncos won, just so that the Panthers didn't win. And that's not because I don't like the Panthers, it's just because I want to see a fresh competition. And I would prefer to see a team who hasn't won it for a while win it for that very purpose, even though it will pain me to obviously see the Broncos win. But yeah, if there was ever a team in the last four, it would be the Warriors. Ultimately, at the end of the day, though, you know, success is success. If you win, you deserve it. So that's my kind of thought process. Are you going to be streaming the New South Wales Rugby League Grand Final and NRL State Championship? Not New South Wales Rugby League Grand Final, but the State Championship, yes. And I'll be supporting, as if it's the North Sydney Bears who win, I will be going for nobody. If it is the South Sydney Rabbitohs who win, I will be going for the Rabbitohs. I will not go for the Brisbane Tigers. They are a dirty, dirty, grubby team. A real dirty, grubby team. Full-time stories is Melbourne have lost the past 5 matches they've played, I think. Incorrect. They've won 1 out of the last 5. 1 out of the last 5. BKRmy Barra says, I'm ready for this. Good game to happen. It's going to be a very tough game for both teams. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good, respectful comment there, because a lot of people aren't giving the credit to the Melbourne Storm. They really aren't. Lagan Ballsack says, Fiji up the World Rugby Rankings ladder, tied 7th up the Fiji. Doso vidi, baby. Doso vidi. Oh, boy. Doso vidi. Brighton says, will Storm even score a point tonight, mate? Absolutely. Yep, I'm going Panthers by 4. I will go with... Storm can score points. I bet Panthers' defense is unbelievable. I'm actually going to go 20-16. I'm going to say the Storm will score 16 points. I think we'll get close to a boil over. And as I was talking to Kalaki just before, I said to him, I think that there is going to be a boil over this weekend because it's been so normal so far. You know, you go back and have a look through this final series at the moment, and there hasn't been a singular shock. You know, the Storm were favourites over the Roosters. The Warriors were favourites over the Knights. The Broncos were favourites over the Storm. The Panthers were favourites over the Warriors. The Roosters were just favourites over the Sharks. And the Knights were favourites over the Raiders. So every game so far has been the favourites winning. Surely it changes here. Surely, not this game necessarily, but surely this weekend, one of these games has an upset. Whether it be the Storm or the Warriors, I do give the Storm more of a chance of doing it than the Warriors. But the Broncos could come into that game, and I think it'll be a very, very 50-50 crowd. I think a lot of Broncos fans don't recognise how many Warriors fans will turn up to that game. They will be in numbers. Logan Paulsack says, but at the same time, my Irish have been first for 56 weeks straight. That's great. Also, still never made a semi-final. The Irish? Still never made a semi-final. Brocky Sports says, hopefully this is a close game. That's all we want, man. And I think Ireland would have to go up against the All Blacks, wouldn't they? I think Ireland would probably going to come first in Group B, unless it's South Africa. If it's South Africa, then yeah, I struggle with Ireland, right? Because if the Irish come first, they could lose to the All Blacks in the quarterfinal, and if Ireland comes second, they play France. So that's a tough one. Zach says, you say you want the Broncos to win until you go to Suncorp next year. Oh, Zach, absolutely. You know, my season's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, 2023 for me, I definitely wrapped it up on Wednesday at the Titans Awards night. You know, like this for me is just simply a passion project at this point. You know, I do it because I love it, but I have no real significant investment. I have an investment throughout the entire season of the Titans until obviously they get knocked out and then go to the awards night and then you wash over that season. And that's what's kind of happened for me. So I'm feeling refreshed right now. I'm feeling ready to go here for this, but I have no real kind of genuine solid care factor for the result. I just think the Storm are going to make it close here. But I guess that could be also coming from the fact of I want to see a close game here. But I do think, again, the Storm are one team I would never wipe out. Ireland are versing South Africa tomorrow. Jeez. Yeah. So whoever wins that game will come whoever will come first, and whoever loses probably comes second, which means that if you come first, you probably play New Zealand. If you come second, you probably play France. So what do you want? Which one do you want there? Which one do you want? Chipper Saw says Melbourne won't win against Penrith, so I think grand final will be Penrith versus New Zealand. Are you a Warriors fan, Chipper Saw? Are you a Warriors fan? You're a Wise fan, aren't you? You're a Wise fan. Sandro says crowd predictions. I heard they had to give away a lot of free tickets and 2-for-1s and whatnot. I will say, I'm going to throw out and say maybe 56,000? 56, maybe 50 to 56. Because, like, a lot of Melbourne fans, one, they're going to be there for Collingwood tonight, right? So you go and have a look in the AFL, and Collingwood played GWS tonight in a preliminary final. Now, most of the Storm fans probably are Collingwood fans. So they're either going to the game or they're watching from home and they're not going to Melbourne Storm in Sydney. Right? And then tomorrow is Brisbane versus Carlton. So the fans who are Carlton fans of the Storm would have probably travelled to Brisbane to go watch the game or are staying home to watch that one. So ultimately, at the end of the day, the Storm can't lose out here both ways. So you're not going to get a great deal of Melbourne Storm fans up there, and especially considering they struggled to get a big attendance when they had the semi-final last week against the Sydney Roosters. That was an awful crowd there for a finals game. And then the Penrith Panthers, like, they've got a supporter base for sure, and a lot of bandwagoners, but at the end of the day, they're kind of fair. A lot of them are fair weather. There is a lot of them who are true fans, who I do know as well, but there is a lot of fair weather fans alongside that. Chipper Saw says Titans all the way. New Zealand for second for me. Chipper Saw, you're a good man. Yeah, he's a good man. Everyone, Chipper Saw's a good man. I never doubt him. I never doubted him. I always knew he was a Titans fan. Fatima says 28-20 to the Panthers. Jack O'Neill says you're going to do any combat sport content over the off-season. Yeah, a little bit of UFC, mate. A little bit of boxing. And, you know, we're going to stream that Dylan Dennis Logan Paul fight as well. That'll be funny. 56k, that's a lot. Mate, it's a preliminary final. Am I crazy? Seriously, Sunday. Am I crazy? A 56k? Well, you're going to get 54k at Suncorp tomorrow for Broncos Warriors, surely, and that's capped. That's sold out. That's sold out like 5 days ago, right? So if they can't even get 50k to this game, that's very disappointing. That's very disappointing. Shane McGregor return. When is that? Yeah, I'll do that. Re77 says All Blacks could miss finals if France intentionally lose to Italy. All Blacks are not missing the finals. What? Because New Zealand's going to beat Italy anyway. What are you talking about? And also, France are not going to intentionally lose to Italy. You wish her. France Rugby World Cup. And let's go table. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. No, because New Zealand haven't played Italy yet. And when New Zealand play Italy, then they're going to be tied. No, settle down. Gee whiz, man. Zach says a lot more Collingwood fans will impact this game more because they play GWS who don't get a lot of support, so it'll be easy to get tickets. Agreed, yeah, 100%. Sandro says I'm predicting 40k. You called me crazy. All I said was 10k more. Gee whiz. J-Sep says would be surprised if they get any more than 30,000 tonight. Oh, shut up, J-Sep. J. Allen says we all know it's actually Titans versus Storm. Lada proves it, mate. Fantasy football guys riding off the Broncos a little. Me? I never said that at all. Panthers, Torova, To'o, Warbrick and Crichton is your multi. All right, well, we get 10%, Olivia. Remember that. Sam says, I have that multi with Crichton score first, second, or third and total unders. Yeah, I don't mind the unders, but also these two teams both do know how to score. So just a reminder. 15 minutes until kickoff here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Get around it. It says score prediction, anytime try scorer. I'm going 2016 Panthers, and I'll go anytime try scorer Cammy Munster. That's what I'm going to sneak around. I'm going to sneak that one in. What's your thoughts on the women's game? What is your predictions? I'll be streaming it, man. I will be streaming it live right here. It should be a big one. I think that the Titans are going to boil them over. That's what I'm going to say. That's as simple as that. Brizzy, Train Cliffs. If you want to know my full prediction though, Chipper, go check out the Gold Coast Titans Frontline podcast. Myself and Clarkie's Rugby League column every single Wednesday. We go through the women's team, the men's team, the Host Plus Cup, Burley Bears, Tweeds Head Seagulls and whatnot. We talk all things Gold Coast Titans, man. So, go and crack on. Go and crack on with that one because we do an in-depth preview review every single week. Jackson, speaking of where you getting your home? I'm in Yamba right now because my Muppet of a mate Daniel is getting married tomorrow on preliminary final weekend. He is a clown. No, I was referring to the guy saying the Wires will be in the grand final. No, he's just a Titans fan who's getting behind the Wires, is what he was saying. Sanders says 23-4 to the Panthers. Zach says UFC 294 will be good. Is he going to stream that? Not sure, man. We'll see. I can't think of it right this second. Yeah, Jay, the link that Jay just dropped is the link to the podcast with myself and Clarkie. Get around it. Dragon says, Ads Storm has one S only. Yeah, Ads, unfortunately, mate, you did make a mistake. The Melbourne Storm only has one S in it. There is no such thing as the Storms. No, there is not. No. He's with his best mate, Greg Alexander. Full-time Story says, what are the chances Luai gets his shoulder destroyed in the first half? What are the chances that we don't want that to happen? Guys, never encourage or wish injury upon a player. They are still human beings. Whether Jerome Luai is a muppet or not, I still don't want to see that guy get injured because that is a legitimate person, a legitimate human being, and I don't want to see another person hurt. I want to see the best of the best. You know, at the end of the day, Jerome Luai is a character. He is a polarizing character where you'll love him if he's on your team, but you'll hate him if he's not. It's as simple as that. I don't want the guy to get hurt. You know, he's a muppet. Same thing goes with Zach Lomax, and he's actually a genuine clown. But, you know, I sort of wouldn't want to see that guy get hurt. He's Zach, I know you're probably still watching. Jalen says, we always want the best versus best players. Absolutely. Chippy Saw says, what do you think the Gold Coast will play next year in 2025? First and first. Simple as that, mate. Who win the cup? We win the cup just like this year. 14 minutes ago here. Like I said, bro, Chipper Saw, jump over to the podcast, man, and you'll be able to listen to all things Titans with myself and Clarkie. All things Titans with myself and Clarkie. Luai is barely a legitimate human being. Yeah, look, fair enough, Zach, to be completely honest with you. But with that being said, I still don't want to see him get injured. Mohammed says, am I the only one with a strong gut feeling that Melbourne might clutch this one? I don't know what it is. Mohammed, you are a Melbourne fan. Right? I agree, but you are also a Melbourne fan. So no shit, Sherlock, that you're going to have a genuine vibe that Melbourne are going to win. Which is seriously, you're a Storm fan, dude. Like, of course you've got a strong gut feeling. But with that being said, I have given reason for the Storm to potentially win this game. Sam Jenkins says, Luai has nothing on some of the grubs that have come through the league. I agree. I think Luai, grubby-wise, in regards to the actual playing style of Luai, I wouldn't say it's anywhere close to the likes of a guy like Warrior Hargraves. You know, you've got who's some others from back in the day? Gee whiz, man, like I'm just trying to scan through all teams right now and trying to fit. Yeah, guys, put your biggest grubs. I'm timing you out, Jack. Don't you? No, I won't time you out, but you're a dog. And Birdie's the greatest player that ever did play. Sam Jenkinson says Hodges. Yeah, Hodges was for sure. Yeah, give us your biggest grubs in the chat. Yeah, give us your biggest gronks in the chat. Ennis was unbelievable, man. No, you know what? I love Ennis though. Like Ennis, he knew what to do without being a complete, clown. Like he knew what to do. Jason says Gallon. Yeah, Gallon. Nate Miles, another one. Nate Miles, he'd love to do it. Cameron Smith is a great one. But Cameron Smith also, Tommy, is the greatest player of all time. Oh, dang, Gagai, that says. Dang Gagai, dang Gagai, he says. He reckons dang Gagai. Yeah, Ennis is a lovable grub, Sasham. Farah had his days. Yeah, Farah had his days for sure. Yeah, Warrior Hargraves there. Oh, Josh Maguire, full-time stories. You nearly win, Josh Maguire, you nearly win with that one. Zach, no tax. Nah, Zach's not a grubby player. A grubby bloke, but not a grubby player. Brighton says Hopper. Well, he was dirty, that's for sure. That's for sure. And we've got the Junior Paulo Circle Jerker in the chat. Dasmate says every Queenslander in the past 43 years. That sounds like a bit of a salty Blues fan there, Daz. Sounds a little bit salty. Hey, fun fact for you, Daz. If the Panthers were to lose tonight, I just want to remind you that not only would New South Wales have lost women's origin, but they would have also lost men's origin, and they would also not have won the grand final because the other three teams, fun fact for everybody here, the Panthers are the only New South Wales team left. Then you've got the Storm from Victoria / Queensland, the Broncos from Queensland, and the Warriors from basically Queensland, but actually in New Zealand. So, there's 4 different places there, but everyone kind of hates each other well, so we all kind of merge into one, especially when you go and have a look at the southeast Queensland population, and there's a lot of Kiwis there, so we just basically welcome in as ourselves. Malcolm says, I thought you said Zach Ballsacks. Could say that too. Mohammed says, the biggest grub in the NRL is the goalposts when they go against our boy Tanner Boyd, because man don't miss. Man don't miss. Mohammed, posts don't get in the way because it just doesn't happen. It's just not possible. Have you ever seen Tanner Boyd miss a kick? Not on BKR Sport, you have not. Not on BKR Sport, you have not. Okay, again, Chippesaw, it's the last time I'm going to say it, bro. You want to know about the Titans, my guy? Appreciate you, love you, but go to the Titans Frontline podcast, man. We talk all things Gold Coast Titans, man. This isn't kind of the time to talk about Titans when the preliminary final is on in 10 minutes' time. Jed Curse is $5 for Storm, ridiculousness. If Storm paying over $2.50, back them unless it's against the most blessed in the West. Up the Titans, let's go. Exactly right, Jed Curse, up the Titans. We love that. Fatima says, 1-0 Titans beat Storm, for anyone wondering. We know that. Sano says, is it possible for both teams to lose this game? Thanks. Look, that'd be great. Yeah. You know what? Is it possible if we just remove the Broncos, the Storm, and the Panthers for being teams that we don't want in there and just chuck the Titans in there? How about that? Aiden Bray says, and it's the biggest grub. Paul Kent. Okay. But D2021 says Josh Reynolds. Yeah, well, his nickname is literally Grub. James Graham was a bit of grub on this day. Yep, absolutely. Yes, and Penrith will probably win the comp. Probably. Biggest grub is all the biased New South Wales media. Yeah, New South Wales media is pretty biased, but I guess all media is. Dasman says, that guy from the movie The Final Winter called Grub. I don't even know what that means. Fatima says, what do you mean by Titans playing against Storm? Well, you know that. All right, they're about to come out in the field here. I'm going to see if my KO is working on here, because a lot of the time, KO doesn't work on my big computer when I'm streaming live anymore. I have to watch it on the laptop. I've got the TV up there for Channel 9, but I would much prefer to be able to listen to it, because if I have it up there, I can't actually listen to it, because that would mean I'd have to turn the sound up, and I would get copyrighted by the NRL, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Let's see. Hope this works. Hope this works. From live. Let's see if this little bad boy gets going here. Let's see. Oh my god, it might be working. Oh my god. Can you guys just confirm in the chat that the internet's still all good and it's still playing finally? Melbourne Storm management during the 2000s are the biggest dogs ever. Gee whiz. Santa's man doesn't miss. All good. Okay, sweet. Beautiful. I can turn this off, actually. I can turn this off and I can actually watch it on here and listen to the sound. Yeah, well, now we're talking. Well, that's a chance for a celebration here. 8 minutes to go until kickoff. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And we're going to have a drink of water here before we get started. Crack on. And this is where you at, Snow's. You want to go home? I am in Yamba because my muppet of a mate is getting married on preliminary final weekend. In Yamba. Is this live now? Yes, beautiful. Panthers versus Storm. And you know what's crazy? You always get to that last 5 minutes and you realise like one of these teams is about to get knocked out. Like you are about to see a team who is a really good team get knocked out for the season 2023. It's always a crazy time, man. It really is. And then, if the Panthers get knocked out by like a field goal tonight, you'd probably just see me sit down here and just like be shocked for 5 minutes, man. I'd just probably be like, oh my god, we've just seen the Panthers get knocked out. It'd be crazy. It would be crazy. Noah, you asked, says, I've been in Paris before. Eiffel Tower behind you. Cool. Thanks for letting us know, my guy. Full-time story says, I have the same problem as you, BK. I found if you sign in from 10 to 20 minutes early, it works, but if you're trying to sign in right when the game starts, it times out. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Streamlabs and whatnot, how I stream with this. Zach says, you need to put a sign in the background saying where you are. See, Zach, we had this before. I don't know if you guys, some of the OGs remember, back in the day, we had a thing in the top right-hand corner that would always say, no live footage due to broadcast restrictions. Very simple stuff. It would literally be very clear in the top right corner. We would still get asked 10 times a stream, hey man, can you show us the game? Hey, you reckon you can turn the camera around on the game or whatnot? We got that all the time. So people don't actually read what's on the screen, bro. Just a fun fact for you. Just a real fun fact for you. Just a real fun fact. It was always fun times. Always really fun times seeing that. We don't usually get that much anymore. Like, we'll get it occasionally. Last week we got it a couple times. The bigger the stream, the more people you get, though. in regards to asking that. Could have put some colouring ins on the wall behind you to spruce things up. Hey, mate, we've got the Eiffel Tower here, as old mate just said. Sam Jenkins says, could you stream the game for us, bro? Yeah, you think you're funny. Don't worry, everyone always does that. Brocker says, can you show us the chair, Blaze? Well, no, because this is just a normal chair. But he says, I was wanting to go to the Broncos preliminary final, but I was thinking it's ending in tears one way or another because of my passion. Welcome to my life week in, week out, mate. Welcome to my life week in, week out. Now, try doing what you do. Go to the game, lose, and then literally have people try to find you to laugh at you. Like, welcome to my life. Zach says, just tell them they do great target to get it themselves. Exactly right. 5 minutes to go until kickoff here, guys. Get ready. Let's quickly go through the two-team lineups again. Let's do that. Let's quickly go through the two-team lineups because we did go through them 45 minutes ago. All right, so the Panthers here, Isaac Tungo and Jerome Luai come in. Jamin Salmon and Zach Hoskin go out. Dylan Edwards is the fullback with Sonia Todorova and Brian To'o on the wings. Isaac Tungo and Stephen Crichton are the centres. You got Jerome Luai as the 5'8", Nathan Cleary as the halfback with Moses Leota and James Fisher-Harris front row. Mitch Kenny into the hooker. Scotty Sorensen and Liam Martin back row with Isaiah Yeo as the lock. Jack Cogger, Lindsay Smith, Spencer Leniu and Luke Garner interchange with Tyrone Peachy as the 18th man replacement. You go to the Melbourne Storm, Jerome Hughes is in, Grant Anderson is out. Fullback Nick Meaney with Will Warbrick and Remus Smith as the wingers. Justin Olam and Marion Seve are the centres. You got Cameron Munster as a 5'8", Jerome Hughes as the halfback with Tuikame Kamitha and Nelson Asafa Solomona as the front rowers. Bronson Garlick comes into the number 9. They've put Bronson Garlick there rather than Harry Grant. Well, it's good that we went and had a look at the starting lineup then. Trent Loiero and Eliasa Katoa back row. Josh King is the lock with Harry Grant, Christian Welsh, Tom Eisenhuth and Tarek Sims interchange. Tyne Wishart is the 18th man replacement. So Wishart's dropped out here. Spew him because Wishart was a guy that I was really looking forward to seeing, to be completely honest with you. I do like a little bit of Tyron Wishart. You guys know it. If you watch my streams, you know I like a little bit of Tyron Wishart. So I like a little bit of Tyron Wishart. Man, Bulldogs fans are a different breed. We know that. We do know that one. Dynamite says, as if they've dropped the weak-gutted Bulldog. What's going on here? What's happening? The weak-gutted Bulldog. Jamin Salmon. Oh, okay. That's what we're talking about. Johnson, remember that cat guy? Yeah, that was a while ago, man. For people who don't know, like a good 5 years ago. No, not 5 years ago. 3 years ago. 2020. In Fiji, we had a cat, right? And the cat would sometimes randomly walk behind us, and there'd be a cat that people would see. And there was this one guy who was weirdly obsessed with the cat, and he would always ask to see the cat. We ended up having to hide the guy because he became really creepy. And I think he had like a cat fetish. It was really strange, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. Fatima says, Titans are first, and he didn't need to write back. All right, we're about to get kicked off here, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get kicked off here. Whoever wins tonight will be going through to the grand finale next week. Show cap me. Yeah, sorry. I don't have a Zach Lomax here, to be completely honest with you. Malcolm says, what happened to the cat in the end? The cat is still alive. Cat's still living with my mum in Fiji. You might be able to see the cat when I go back to Fiji in a couple of weeks' time. I love some grilled salmon. That's also a very random comment. I'm not going to lie to you, to be completely honest with you. Bit of a hype video here. Yeah, that's grilled salmon. That's really strange. Danube, getting around the Storm. Yeah, get in the chat now, guys. Comment who you think will win tonight. Do you think the Panthers will win? Actually, you know what? Who do you want to win tonight? Do you want the Panthers to win, or do you want the Storm to win? Because I guess there's still both teams that know success and have always got that success. So even you go back before the Panthers, and the last team to win was the Storm. Bondi Burger or McSpicy. That's really random. Let's try and keep it on rugby league here, lads. Zach says Storm 50 to Panthers 0. Storm 50 to Panthers 0, eh? Storm 50 to Panthers 0. Oh, Kiriyama Brass, unfortunately, you forgot Storm only has one S. Jack O'Neill says Penrith 13 plus. I would prefer Melbourne, though. I think it'll be close for a while, but Penrith will take over in the back end. I genuinely feel like the Storm will keep it real close for the game. I think they will keep it close, man. I think they will keep it close and they'll push them all the way. Oh, okay. So I can now see how different that Channel 9 is to KO. It is a decent little bit behind. KO is pretty behind. Yeah, wow. Wow, hey, this is actually crazy how behind this is, to be completely honest with you. Now I get it. Now I get it, because the Storm are running out onto the field, and the Storm actually haven't left the sheds right now. Now they're leaving the sheds, but they're already out in the field up there, so I get it now. I do get it now. I'm feeling I might just actually watch it up there. Are you on 9? I'm on 9 up there, Sunday, so we've got the TV up there, but here I'm on the computer. I want the Storm to win. Don't want Penrith to do a 3-peat. Fatima says, Zach, Panthers aren't playing, and Storm are going to get destroyed by the Titans. Yep. Alright, so the Storm out in the field right now, guys. Out on the field right now. Do you think I should I just watch it on K here, guys? Or should I just have that on mute up there and watch up there? Because that is ahead by probably about 20 seconds, 25 seconds. Storm fans arriving early. Yeah, there's more Storm fans here than Panthers fans, to be completely honest with you. Surprising. 60% to the Panthers and 40% to the Storm. But I also do think that's a lot of people who just don't want to see the Penrith do a 3-peat, to be completely honest with you. All right, Panthers coming out now onto the field. Here we go. Watch on K. I don't have aerial connected to this TV. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we'll do that, because then I can at least listen to it. It's okay. I'll also leave early. My KO is in sync with Channel 9. My KO is definitely not in sync with Channel 9. Sadek says, do you reckon they should have started Grant instead of coming off the bench? No, I like Grant coming off the bench. They've done it recently a lot, and he comes on and he provides a lot when he comes straight on. About 17 minutes in is usually how he comes out. All right, here comes the Panthers. Let's see if we can have a boil over tonight. Let's see if we can have a boil over. Mix it up. Have a bit of a laugh. Come on. Come on. You know what would be funny, though? If the Storm win, Broncos win, the Storm beat the Broncos in the grand final, because the Broncos would go into that grand final thinking they'd already won it after that 26-0 drubbing the other week. But, you know, it is a fact. The Brisbane Broncos have only played in Sydney 3 times in 2023. 3 times. Shit you not. Oh, shit you not. All right, Panthers are now on the field here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'm saying 20-16 at the Panthers. I reckon they get on here. I reckon they give it a solid old crack. But the Panthers probably will go to the grand final. Sam Jenkins says, but Waz are going to win tomorrow. It'd be great to see, man. That'll be a big stream tomorrow. That'll be huge. Zach Hewitt says, was talking to my mate from Melbourne and just happens to be a Panthers fan. Just happened to pick a team from the slums of West Sydney who happen to be good. Hey, funnily enough, is your mate South African by any chance, Zach? Is your mate happen to be South African? All right, so Panthers just in a huddle right now. Are we having a minute silence? Oh, Nash pays tribute to a pioneer of Australian sport. Oh, Lionel Morgan. Okay. So just got a bit of a minute silence here for Lionel Morgan. But yeah, funnily enough, why as a Melbourne fan, though, would you go for Penrith? When you've got a team as successful as Melbourne in your backyard, why would you then go for the Panthers? It doesn't really make sense. Mitchell says, Blaze, you went to every game at a preliminary final. What a muppet. Gee whiz, you son of a bitch. Get out of here, you muppet. Get out of here. Get out of here. I will get up and I will hit you. Can I focus, please? Can you get out? Gee whiz. Malcolm says, some Muppet in the background. Here's a Muppet. Gee whiz. Alright, so wait. Guys, can we gee whiz. Muppet of the ants, exactly right. You went to every game besides the preliminary final. No, I've got it right here. Sam says he's streaming tomorrow, or is the reception running late? No, I'll be coming back for the Warriors.
Just for Jay.
Brother, gee whiz. Let me focus, man. Get out of here, man.
Yeah. I got new headphones, Jay.
Antonio, get out of here, bro. Rammy's Adventures getting around it. Alright, so we're about to get kicked off here, guys. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Yes, they're very distracting. Especially when you're in a preliminary final and you just want to focus on the game and this guy just doesn't leave.
I'm not.
No, not you. No, you're right. Obviously, says Chihuahua. Yeah, he is Chihuahua boy. Alrighty. Game is about to get kicked off here. I'm saying 20-16. 20-16 of the Panthers. I think Melbourne give it a crack. Lucas says, here we go. Here we go. Fisher Harris looks ready. He looks rocking and rolling. Fired up. Yeah, no, I know full-time stories. I know. Yeah, gee whiz, minute silence and mucking around. Alright, here come the Storm. They're going to be kicking off here. So they've got basically the bottom half, the bottom part of the same sold and the middle part of the same sold, but they haven't even sold the top part at all. So, yeah, I'll still say around 45, 50. So Moses Leota here. We'll start with the ball, get this ball to the 10. He'll get this ball to the 10 here. 10 seconds in. They go left-hand side. And it will be James Fisher-Harris now at the 15. You went to the hotel room, didn't you? He did, Jay. Jay did. So Isaiah Yo. Sundo says, yeah, 45 looks like. Yeah, I'd say about 45 or so, man. Especially with that bottom part and the middle part there. Third tackle now. They'll go left-hand side of Jerome Luai. And now they'll get this ball out to the 35. Fourth tackle. At the 25 there. Dylan Edwards now. I just want to see a good game here, please. That's all we want. This is why they should have took it to CommBank. Well, that's what I was thinking. You know, it's still a big enough stadium, CommBank, isn't it? So like 30, 35? What's CommBank? Because Cbus is 26.5 and we can't have one of the finals in the first two games. But then after that, we can't have the first two. We can have one of the first two games, but the third game has to go to Suncorp. Spider-Man says Storm will take this out easy. Storm by 12. All right, good Spider-Man. We're talking about the same Penrith Panthers here, right? Third tackle now. They'll get this ball to the 40 through Nas. Storm do have the field position early days, and Marion Seve, he'll get this ball to the halfway point. Fourth tackle. Fourth tackle here. Storm do have the... Jerome Hughes here. Got a little bit of a gap, and he'll get this taken down to the 35. Down to the 30k. CommBank's only 30k. Wow, it's not that big. It's not that much bigger than Cbus, which is crazy. You go to CommBank, and it does look bigger, but it's not. So good kick there from Munster, and Brian Toto will grab this ball here 5 metres out here from their own line. Yeah, this is a really good start here for Melbourne Storm. Really good start. Isaac Tungo out to the 10. We need to channel our inner 2020. What, you think you need to get out to a 26-0 lead? NRL want more money and an extra 10k, 15k people. Worth it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, an extra 10 to 15k does make it worth it. And penalty to the Panthers. So distracting, man. Malcolm says, this takes my mind off tomorrow's game. There you go. So Panthers get the penalty here, 3 minutes in. 3 minutes in. Yeah, on our way to 25,000, Jay. Get around it. Obviously, that thumbs up button, subscribe. But it will be a penalty here to James Fisher-Harris and the Panthers. And they'll get this ball inside the second half. And they kind of needed that there because the Storm were all over them this opening 3 minutes. Graydon says, did I hear a 26-0 lead? Yeah, well, isn't that what Melbourne Storm were up in the 2020 Grand Final? Or was it? Yeah, I think it was 26-0, wasn't it? Before Panthers lost the game 26-20. But I'm pretty certain the Storm were up 26-0. So it's going to be second tackle now at the 35. And Mitch Kenny will go right inside of Fisher-Harris. All right, here come the Panthers. 25 metres out, third tackle. We just need to see if the Storm can defend this. If the Storm concede early here, then we're pretty much screwed here for a good game. Thunder says, I think this year is the most successful year for your channel. No, we've had other good years as well. Cleary right hand side, gives up to Brian Toto. Brian Toto. This game's going to be over well and truly early. This game is going to be awful if that's the case, man. Melbourne sort of already conceded to Brian Toto. Really? Really? 4 minutes into the game? Really? Is that really what's going to happen here? 4 minutes into the game? Come on, man. Storm. That's awful. How do you not have... Oh, that's on Justin Olam, man. That's on Justin Olam. That is just simply Justin Olam. This is why he got dropped, though. Like, this is the sole purpose of why Justin Olam got dropped. I'm sorry, but that's why he did. Because his defense is not up to scratch. That was awful there from Justin Olam. Not at one point was that he was just not ready for that at all. It was well and truly inside and didn't have the pace to get back out. So the winger has to come in because of him. Fantasy series, this is not a Prem game. I hope that's just a bad start there. But Melbourne started off so well in the first 3 minutes before Marion Seve gave away the penalty. And then that's just a really simple try at the right-hand side. There's no specialty about that. There's nothing special about this try. It's just that Justin Olam is all... Look at this. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Spider-Man says, calm down, everyone. Early days yet. Well, no. Like, that's absolutely worrying. That doesn't mean that we think that the Panthers are going to win this game, but that's absolutely worrying. 4 minutes into the game. If you're not worried as a Storm fan, Spider-Man, well, that definitely should concern you. That was a fresh cut. Yeah, got the fresh cut. Obviously, I was at Titans Awards night on Wednesday. They invited me, so that was good. Got the fresh cut for that. And then we've got Dan's wedding tomorrow. Ryan Skillman says, Justin Arnold, worst defending centre in the league. Oh, well, no. There's some pretty poor defending centres out there. But there's people were wondering why he got dropped. There was a reason for it. But Nathan Cleary here from the wing. He will... Oh, hits the post. Hits the post there. So it will stay 4-0 here to the Panthers after 5 minutes. The Panthers are in already. They are in already, man. They are in already. Not great. Lomax. Lomax isn't a great defensive centre, to be completely honest. Slapper. But there is quite a few. Petahiku is another one who's not a great defending centre. Who else is out there? Katie Holmes says, at least I can say my team made finals, mate, for a proud Storm member. Is that an insult? Really? What, are you really trying to insult people who didn't make the finals? Jeez. That's sad if you have to do that. That's sad. If you're a Storm fan who's got success, to go and insult fans who didn't make the A is a real nitpicking. That is so sad. Second tackle now. They'll get this ball to the 20. 6 minutes in here. Look at that. Bro, he's giving up on his team 6 minutes in while down 4-0. Exactly right. Hey, it's such a sad comment from KG. Gee whiz. Fourth tackle now at the 35. So fifth tackle here gets this ball to the 45. Imagine being a Storm fan and finding your success from other teams not being in the top 8. Jeez. After all the premierships they've got, that's what they focus on. What a sad life. So the Storm now, they'll get this ball out to the 22. And it's also 4-0 after 6 minutes. Like, it's not even game over yet, Katie. What a muppet. What a muppet of a fan. Second tackle now, they'll get this ball out to the 30. The Storm will go left-hand side, and it's going to be Nick Meaney who gets this ball out to the 40. He'll get this ball out to the 45. Good little run there from Bronson Garlick. Needed that one. Making us look bad, Zach says. No. So it'll be Tui Kamikamitha who'll get this ball to the 40. It'll be fifth tackle. 7 minutes. Oh, Biffo. A little bit of a Biffo there from Nas and Isaiah Yeo. But they get it back to Munster now. And Munster's going to put that ball to Brian Totwell. They're really trying to test out Brian Totwell today. Highlight says, didn't Storm cheat for how many premierships, Caddy? Yeah, they did. And another penalty here to the Penrith Panthers. Another penalty here to the Penrith Panthers, and it was just an Olam, unfortunately. Yes, their foundations and platform of their success actually was from cheating, but unfortunately, Katie's lives a sad life, so let's not pick on her too much for her stupidity. But it will be a penalty to the Panthers. Well, sorry, Katie, that my team doesn't build our success off cheating. Oh, man. It's what you do. You talk shit on the channel, you're going to get slammed, man. Second tackle here for the Panthers. They're at the 40. If they score here, I'm going to get scared. Right hand side, and then they'll be taken down at the 30 with third tackle. Someone says, get him off, put Nelson in the centre. Honestly, you'd probably be considering at this point. Third tackle here, and Liam Martin rolls it back to Mitch Kenny. He'll go out to Isaiah Yeo. Isaiah Yeo at the back here to Crichton. Luai. Luai then off the back here to Scotty Sorensen, and Sorensen will be fourth tackle, 23 metres out of the line. I'll go right side, Mitch Kenny to Isaiah Yeo. Isaiah Yeo now gives up to Edwards. Edwards here underneath to Isaac Tungo. And Tungo will be 13 minutes out. Hope Cleary posts another TikTok dance on his page, but we can't play in the grand final. Up it goes here. And that's an easy take. That's an awful kick there from the Panthers. And it will be Mayon Seve who grabs it and brings it out to the 20. Life says, remember when Cam Smith woke up to a brand new boat on the front lawn? Mate, what a day. Imagine just waking up and randomly seeing a nice little yacht on your front lawn. You go left-hand side to Elias Katoa. Good tackle there from Mitch Kenny, though, at the 40. It's even sadder because I've actually been defending the Melbourne Storm throughout this entire stream as well. Spider-Max says, I'm a Storm fan since I was 5. I don't remember how many times Storm win finals. Lost count. 3 times. 2017... 2017, 2012, and 99? Is that the 3? Oh, Jerome Hughes, nice little step inside. Fifth tackle now, 25 metres out of the line. Fifth tackle now. They go right-hand side to Nick Meaney, and Meaney's going to whack that ball up into the air. And that's going to be 6 again here for the Storm. Elias Katoa. He's going to be 5 minutes out from the line. 5 minutes out. It doesn't feel like a prelim right now, Mitchell, but if the Storm can score here, this will be pretty fun. The game will rocket right back up. First tackle, 5 minutes out of the line. 10 minutes gone in the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. They're going to try and barge over there through Bronson and Garlic, but he'll be 3 minutes out here from the line. Left-hand side, gives up to Hughes. Hughes up to Munster. Munster here to Nick Meaney. Nick Meaney nearly got through there, taking down 5 minutes out of the line. Third tackle. Dowell says, I hope Storm went just to wipe Smuggle off Luai. Yeah, fair enough. Hughes gives it up to Elias Katoa. Katoa 3 minutes out. I think they had this nice setup at the back there. They should have passed at the back. Yeah, just time out Katie Holmes. You're an idiot. So fourth tackle here, 5 minutes out. They'll give it off here to Becoming Kamitha. 2 minutes out here from the line. They'll give it off to Munster. Munster, Nick Meaney. Meaney gives it up to Olam. And Olam, wow, Olam's just gone straight through. Justin Olam has just gone straight through. It's 4-4 with a kick to come. Now we're talking. So 10 minutes in, and Justin Olam gives up a try, but guess what? He scores a try himself. Yeah, what is defence in this game, Jay Sepp says. Yeah, that was not great there from Isaac Tungo, and Isaac Tungo is usually a good defensive player. CJ says up at a Storm. Jay says, what is this defence? Mr. Loam getting on the try. Brighton says, done well, Olam, made up for that mistake. Love to see it. Yeah, you need to see that from him. You know, you need to see that. He was dropped for his defence, but, you know, his attack is still obviously, he's a tough centre, man. He's a tough ball-running centre. But with that being said, though, I did think that when he got the ball and held it, because he didn't pass it, he was just going to get tackled on fifth, but just absolutely pumped past Isaac Tungle. That winning feeling didn't last long. Auto says, Olam's so underrated. I disagree with you, RJs. I think that he was really good, and I think that most people recognised Justin Olam as a quality player. But I do think this year there was a reason why he was dropped, and it was because of his defense. But we all know that he can do this. Like that's not a problem. There's no problem with his attack. There never has been a problem with his attack. But it's his defense that is the worrying sign for Justin. He is obviously not getting any younger. He'll play for Papua New Guinea in the Pacific Championships as well. But yeah, there's just a little bit of an issue in regards to his defense. Brighton says he didn't even get much of that fend on him. Still enough to slip through. Yeah, for sure. He had a very good season a while back. One bad performance and or loss can do that to a player. All right, so Nick Meaney here. Oh, what's going on here? Why is my KO frozen? Oh, Nick Meaney from the wing. Will hit the post as well. Wow. This game's going the exact same way for both these teams right now. Both teams have scored through pretty easy tries and have both missed their kicks by hitting the post. Oh, Slapper. Gee whiz. Slapper's just come in and gifted 20 memberships. Here he is. Here's Slapper again. Oh, what a man. Appreciate you, Slapper, for the 20 gifted memberships. So, Lauren Yingatau, Fatima, Elza, Safard, Doxo4, Iani Mavridis, Brenton Eslick, Blue, Alec, Zach Nyland, Njar2, AK12. It's still going. Andre So, a very Irish potato, Matt's on Sport TV. Who else is here? Oh, not Dano. Slapper, come on, man. Oh, my God. Hold on, I've got to yell out for Antonio. Antonio? I'll message him. He's going to come and insult you, Slapper. He's going to come and insult you. I've got to get him too. Third tackle with the Storm. They get sport to the 40. John Wick, Knox Corvus, Will, and Dick get around him. And Dean Fawcett get around him. Just not Dano. Hold on. I'm going to tell Antonio to come here. Storm get 6 more tackles here. They're 45 minutes out. Storm have turned this game around. Hold on. Alright, second tackle now. They're at the 35. Antonio. Dano, shut up, you clown. Get out of here, Legion Dano. You're a clown. Third tackle here at the 20. Don't worry, I'll get Antonio to come here and slap you down in second, Dan. Meaney gives it off here. It'll be Trent Loiero. It'll be full tackle. Slapper's just gifted a membership to Legion Dano.
Oh, no. Slapper, what are you doing?
He is.
Don't be doing
and
that.
And Dan's here now. I might have
Don't be doing that.
So fifth tackle now for the Storm, and they're going to be 20 metres out of the line.
You're going to be seen him floating in the air with a big head now.
Now he said he's wear him up. But fit tackle here at the 20. They go right-hand side. Jerome Hughes.
It shouldn't be Legion Dan. It should be big-headed Dan.
Oh, knock on Panthers. This game's on, man. This game's on. Meaning, oh no, that was knocked back. They're going to score.
Oh, Olam.
It was Justin Olam.
Olam.
How does he miss that? How has he missed that? But no, we appreciate you, Slapper. Oh, Biffo.
But just don't gift Dan.
Slappers is not again.
Don't gift Dan memberships.
Get the Biffos in the
He can
chat.
buy his own
Yeah, he's a muppet.
cheap butthole.
I can't believe they didn't score just then.
That was all Olam.
I can't believe they didn't score. There is a Biffo out there, but...
Yeah, but these two teams are fired up.
Are you guys watching out there too?
Yeah.
All right, I'll message you if Dan gets lippy. Oh, you are.
Dan never gets lippy.
Here's a lippy man. I can't believe they bombed that try. That was an easy try there for the Storm, but Olam unfortunately knocked it on, and damn it, it's beyond. High Life says, I'm new, and as a Newcastle fan, all I have is pain. High Life, I'm a Titans fan, mate. I'm a Titans fan. So don't worry. Oh, I know. This says, Dana, you should run a stream one day. Mate, it's always Dan's day off. It's going to be Panthers play the ball here at the 10. Good to see a bit of Biffo, though. How was that buying game, Dana? Bucks party stream. Jay's already had it. I was in Melbourne when he had that Bucks. So we Isaac Tungo now. Get this ball out to the 15. First tackle now for the Penrith Panthers. Yeah, easy try going begging, Brian. Jalen, the money symbol, and should say membership gifting. I was, Jalen said. Oh, I can't even see. Oh, I had to gift membership. Oh, there you go. So Isaiah Oh, Fisher Harris has just run straight into Jerome Hughes. Shoved off him and got out to the 25. Third tackle. I'll give it off here to Jerome Luai. Luai taken down here at the 32. Fourth tackle. At least this seems like a good game now. It seems like there is plenty of attack to be seen. Benjamin getting around it. So right-hand side, they'll get off to Nathan Cleary, and he'll kick this ball to about it's a weird position there, actually. Worked out well around the 25, where Raymond Smith had to be coming backwards rather than Nick Meaney coming forwards. That worked out really nicely there. Really nicely. Oh, that's close to forward pass, but Justin Olam will get this ball to the 30. Second tackle here. Yeah, Melbourne Storm definitely are winning the yardage battle right now. Elliot Katoa, he'll get this ball to the 35. Can he get the offload away? No. Taken down at the 35. Third tackle here. Penrith have been pretty... Oh, penalty. Oh, no, forward pass. Forward pass for the Melbourne Storm. They should have had a forward pass against them on the other side of the field, so that's a bit of a make-up there, I guess, as well. Just as they were working it out to get out of the line, they give a huge opportunity here for the Penrith Panthers. But Fisher Harris is really trying to dial it up a notch right now. Really trying to dial it up a notch. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty poor. That's poor there from Jerome Hughes. All right, 25 minutes to go here the first half. At least this is feeling a lot more on than it felt after the Panthers scored that first quick try. It will be Tango taking this ball to the 28. Errors, 2 to the Storm, 1 to the Panthers so far. It's first tackle. They'll go left-hand side to Isaiah Yo back here to Fisher Harris, and Fisher Harris second tackle, 22 metres out. 6 again here for the Panthers. So there is a lot of ill discipline in this game at the moment. They're lucky they didn't give away a penalty there for holding down too long. Oh my God, that's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. Yeah, absolutely. Nelson Salamona. Biffo. There's an actual Biffo. Jeez, it's getting real crazy. It's getting really crazy right now. Soft pen, man. Now, that's definitely a pen, Marmot. That is absolutely a penalty. There's no debate about that. Jalen Chow with the $8 due donation. Appreciate you, brother. So I'll just give you this. Spend this on a large chips and frozen Coke tomorrow, eh? Listen, I may do. May do that for sure. Nelson's going to the bin here. I think Nelson's going to the bin. Wowee. Nelson Asafa Solomona goes to the bin. Alex is giving a slap you up at 17 minutes in. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, what was the necessity? I don't know if that's a sin bin, though. This shouldn't be a bin for me. I think this is a penalty, but a bin's pretty harsh. Appreciate your Sunday, Alex. Biffo. There's no way this is a bin. The line is in the sand. We just had that down there. It's a push. That's why he's down the field. But it's clearly late. If we get any more, I won't hesitate. That's it. Okay, makes sense. I'm okay with that refereeing. I like that from Adam G. I like that he took into account that it was a push. I like it that he took into account that obviously it's a finals game. Because I reckon... Oh, no, regular season game, you surely don't see that either. But I'm really happy that how Adam G has controlled that, to be completely honest with you. But Nelson's now come off to calm down, yeah. No, it's a good call. It's a good call. Tyrese, that was unnecessary. He did well up to this point. That's just a pen. Yeah, it's a pen. Brian says he's been told to shake Cleary up as much as possible, I'd say. Absolutely. Alistair Grace is great refereeing. Hope you have a great night. Yeah. Yeah, it is really good refereeing there. But Nathan Cleary will obviously take the 2 here. This isn't rocket science to take the 2 in a finals game up to make it by 2 points. Klein would have sent 5 blokes off for that. Mate, Ashley Klein would have cancelled the game. Ashley Klein would have said, you know what, we're going home, lads. Win Panthers. The Melbourne Storm disqualified. That's how Ashley Klein would have dealt with that. Yeah, love that from the referees. Yeah, 100%. So Nathan Cleary should make this 6-4. Harry Grant comes on the field here for Nelson and Safasalamoana, by the way. So Bronson Garlick is staying on the field. What is he, moving in the front row? What's Bronson Garlick staying on the field for? Sashin Kelson says, rare to see good officiating in the NRL. Very rare. And the Panthers will kick it on through. I would say, I don't think a lot of people talk about him, but I would say Adam G, I don't have as many complaints about comparatively to other referees. I would say that obviously I have complaints about Ash Klein. I have complaints about Todd Smith. I have complaints about Casey Badger. I don't really have many complaints about Adam G. Yeah, they took him off straight away Sunday, yeah. Blitzy says, if I was there on there, they'd all be hiding. I'm the goat, that's why I'm not allowed to play. Can you settle down, please? You're starting to scare the children. All right, so they'll kick this down here to the in-goal, and it'll be the Panthers coming out through Moses Leota. Out to the 10, first tackle. Jalen Chow with a $3 redo donation. Appreciate you, Jalen. Says Nelson's going to get a fist. Okay. Nelson's going to get a fist from Craig, is what he said. That's what he said. Appreciate you for the $3 redo donation, Jalen. All right, so they're at the 20 now. Panthers will get this ball to the 3rd, tackle to the 22. Bigger ego than Luai. Good ref, no bunkers tonight if you can. It would be nice. We would all love to see that. Oh, good hit there from the Melbourne Storm. Very good hit. I'm actually really considering watching on 9 because this is kind of slow, even though I wouldn't be able to hear it then. So fit tackle here, and they're at the 35. Good defensive set here for the Melbourne Storm. 20 minutes gone here in the first half, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Spiderman says, NRL refs are the best. Union whistle happy. Oh, man. Like, whilst I kind of understand where you're coming from, I would say that rugby league officiating is the worst in the world. And by a significant stretch, to be completely honest with you. I do understand what you're trying to say, but NRL officiating this year has been awful. Awful. Oh, no. Oh, no. Storm, Marion Seve has just thrown the ball straight at the Panthers, 40 minutes out. Yeah, what the hell, Seve? That was awful. Sanders is just going to put it out there, predicted 23-4 to the Pars. I'm just going to put it out there. That's probably going to be wrong. I can't believe Seve just did that. So Panthers now will be 30 metres out of the line. Isaac Tungo, second tackle, 20 metres out. And May refs have to be the best. I would agree. Second tackle here. Left-hand side to Isaiah Yo. Isaiah Yo gives it out. MMA commentator. MMA officials and adjudicators, maybe not. Third tackle now. 15 metres out. Off to Nathan Cleary. Cleary gives it out the back into Isaiah Yo. And Isaiah Yo will be taken down 10 metres out here from the line. They're up 6-4 here, the Panthers. Can they make it a 2-score game? Mitch Kenny, right-hand side. Fisher Harris. Nathan Cleary gives it off to Edwards. Edwards here to Tungo. Tungo to Brian. Try time for the Panthers. Awful defense again for the Melbourne Storm. This game's going to have plenty of points in it, man. Both the Storm and the Panthers are going to score plenty of points in this game if this is the defense. But that is awful defense on that left-hand side from the Melbourne Storm. And it comes from the Marion Seve error. The Marion Seve error has been the key point for that one, and it was an error that led to the Panthers' first try as well. You know, the ill discipline here from the Melbourne Storm is what's going to cost them in this game. And guess who's out of their position? Guess who's out of their position defensively? It's Justin Olam defensively. He's way too far on the inside. He wasn't even going for Edwards originally, Justin Olam. He wasn't even going for Edwards. And Edwards was the third man. Justin Olam's meant to be on the second man out. He wasn't even on the third man. He's going for the fourth man in. What's Olam doing? Damn, make a mistake, punish, absolutely. But with that being said, like, it was good work there for Brian to understand to go under. Now, this is a difficult kick here. Nathan Cleary is a good kicker, though. But it's 10-4 here with 18 minutes to go the first half. A park car could get by Olam. Look how far in he is. Oh, man, poor. All right, so, if they don't... Yeah, Panthers are going to score a million tries on this right-hand side if they don't fix this immediately. There's no communication. There's nothing on this left-hand side defense of the Storm. John says, you can't just guess that the defense Olam isn't doing great apart from the one try. We all know he can attack, but Cleary here with a tough kick here from the sideline, and he'll get this one. He'll get this one. So it will be 12-4 here with 17 minutes and 45 seconds to go here the first half. Glad the Broncos let go of Seve. I didn't even know Marion Seve was at the Broncos. Was he really? He didn't get a first-hand crack, did he? Marion Seve has never played for the Broncos, has he? He might have played in the youth system, but he never played first grade, did he? Mitchell says, Melbourne Centres have been dreadful today. What did I tell you before the game started? The centre battle is going to really be... I called this perfectly. I said the Melbourne Centres are going to get exposed by the likes of Stephen Crichton and Isaac Tungo. Maybe not Isaac Tungo, but by Brian To'o on that side. Highlight says even the Dragons could scruff that defence. I agree. So 12-4 here to the Panthers. 7.5 minutes to go here the first half. And that'll be Liam Martin with a good run. He'll get sport to the 30. But if the Storm stop giving away stupid penalties, like again, they wouldn't have conceded that if they didn't give away a ridiculous lost ball from Mount Seve. Storm Centres are average. They are, Jasper. Attacking wise, they can do well, but defensively, all over the shop. Alright, Panthers now halfway, fourth tackle. Tyree says, by the looks of it, Broncos will win the Prem. Herbie won't make those kind of defensive errors. Oh boy, you're going to have fun tomorrow night. Herbie definitely does make those kind of defensive errors too. Don't you worry. Man, that's a Broncos comment if I ever did see one. Jalen says, yeah, Seve debuted for the Storm, grew up in Ipswich. I debuted for the Storm, but he grew up in Ipswich. Oh, there you go. Oh, so what, he must have played for, East Tigers? Brisbane Tigers? In reserve grade? So third tackle now for the Storm. They'll get this ball to the 20. Now Christian Welsh, he'll get this ball out to the 30. Fourth tackle. Storm need to just kind of find a way to just keep in this for the time being. If they can only be down by 8 points going to half time, it's kind of okay. Ipswich in Brisbane. I would assume he's talking about the Ipswich just outside of Brisbane. Because the East Tigers, Sunshine Coast Falcons, and who's the other team now with the Melbourne Storm? I can't remember. So first tackle here, it's on the thought Ulvar gets this ball out to the 35. And they'll go right-hand side. Jerome Luai to Brian To'o. Slapper determined to make every subscriber a member in channel. You get around Slapper, what a man. Jalen says, Ipswich is his own country. We know that. Tyree says, the Wires aren't winning tomorrow. They'll be blinded by Red Maroon. Okay, bro. I don't think the Warriors win either, but I think you're discrediting a team that should not be discredited. Alright, so fourth tackle now. Left-hand side to Jerome Luai. Kobe says, but the push at Nathan. Yeah, it was a penalty. It was definitely not a sin bin. There's no way on earth that anybody could say that that was a sin bin. But it was definitely a penalty. So fifth tackle here with the Panthers at the 30. They'll go right-hand side to Nathan Cleary. And Cleary will put that ball up into the corner. Again, down the right-hand side. Good take there by Nick Maney. Maney could get away here. Taken down at the 18. And penalty to the Storm. They need it. They need it. Wow, they really need that one. Penalty to the Storm. The trumpet's giving me cricket vibes. The Sharks have the trumpet. Whose trumpet is it? Panthers or Storm? No, they've got Sunshine Coast Falcons and they've got East Tigers. Isn't there another team, J-Set? Don't they have 3 teams in the Q Cup? Ipswich, Brisbane, same thing. Kobe's going to go and fight. What are you arguing, Kobe? Are you trying to say that should have been a bin for Nelson? If you are, then you're crazy. So Storm here. They're 45 metres out here from their own line. They need to put something together here. At the halfway point. Out the back now to Josh King, who'll be 45 metres out. If they can get a repeat set off this or some points, that'd be absolutely huge to stay in this game. See, again, left-hand side can attack for sure. Brighton says, you're far too cocky, mate. Why don't you just wait till the result tomorrow? Yeah, and Brighton's a Broncos fan for you, Torres. 4 tackle now. They're 35 metres out. Who am I going for? I'm not going for either of these teams, bro. I'm just going for a good game. Right-hand side, off to Jerome Hughes. Hughes gives up to Elliot Katoa, and Katoa will be 13 metres out from the line. Fit tackle. Harry Grant. He's going to go quickly. Harry Grant. He kicks it through. Oh, is there a takeout here? Is there a takeout? Tungo is going to get out of the in-goal, but I would love to see if there was a player taken out there. Wow, referee didn't even look at that. I thought there was a player taken out just then. Oh, it could be crazy. Dasmate says, huge shot. The Newcastle Knights for your team is the Newcastle Knights New South Wales Cup team. Had to get out. Yeah, that was pretty lazy there from the Storm to allow him to get out. Oh, no, that's a soft penalty. No, I disagree with the referee there. No, I disagree with the ref there. Nathan Cleary has begged for that one. Nathan Cleary has absolutely begged for that. That's not a penalty, man, for me. I still can't believe that they've gotten out of the in-goal here. I take Tungo to get out there. That's pretty lazy there from the Storm. Pretty lazy. I swear that should have been I swear there was a takeout there of a Storm player, though. Ryan Sims, I like Fiji because my daughter is Fijian, so I was a win-win situation there. That was a Cam Smith penalty, that one. Absolutely. Absolutely, Brighton. So second tackle, they give up to Isaiah Yo. Isaiah Yo to Fisher Harris, short ball, hit to Sorensen. Oh, whoever's on the trumpet, that's awful. That was awful. Third tackle here to Isaiah Yo. And he'll just run it straight himself, taking it up 15 metres out. 15 metres out here from the line. I'm actually going to put this on. I'm going to turn this off because I can't. It's too slow. Sorensen now. He'll be 8 metres out here from the line. 8 metres out here from the line. They go left-hand side now. And Luai. And that's just way too easy, man. Poor. Sonia Toruva. That is such poor defense. Yeah, CJ, what is this defense, man? It's awful. Yeah, Brian, pack her up, man. Pack her up. I'm going to watch it up here. I won't be able to hear it, but I'll watch it up here because, yeah, it makes more sense up there. Laurie says Fiji needs a parade. No, we'll see. Or we'll, actually, no, I need to put this in because otherwise I can hear them at the back, to be completely honest with you. Roosters would have put up a better fight. Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. I don't know about that. I think the Roosters would probably get beaten by probably even more. Probably even more than what they're... Oh, what's this happening? Like, oh, no, get out of here. Panthers still NRL champions. Yes, technically they still are. All right, well, there's 10 minutes to go here of the preliminary final, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new around here. It is the Panthers taking a kick here from the left-hand sideline. Could be a 50-point drubbing. No, and you're going to get timed out because we're not in the 50-30 yet. No, that's not going to be the case. Yes, I probably will go to the grand final if the NRLW team do make it. If the NRLW team do make it, I more than likely will be heading along to it. It will be difficult. Spent a lot of money this year in regards to travelling to games, but I do obviously want to get to it. I will be streaming on Sunday, though. Laurie House Rabbits might put up a fight. You'd hope so. You would hope so. Scotty T, Facepalm Storm. Yeah, their defense tonight has just not been it. Nathan Cleary will get the kick. So it will be 18-4. So it's a 14-point game. 14-point game. Storm need to put teeth in the field. That will scare the Panthers team. Gee whiz. Dale Leeson says 36 from Panthers beat Warriors is looking pretty good right now. Guys, whoa. People are just saying random scores right now. It's early as, lads. It's early as, man. Mary Matataga says Tigers would have put up a bigger fight, I reckon. Guys, it's 30 minutes in. You know, I remember when the Storm were up 26-0 against the Panthers back in the 2020 Grand Final. I don't think the Storm will come back from this one, but hopefully they make it close. Their defense is awful, but it's not like the Panthers have been anything spectacular defensively either. It's just the Storm have been their own worst enemies today, truly. Damas says, will the Panthers call themselves world champions? You may as well, mate. May as well. We have New Zealand as well, like the Americans would say. We have Canada, Toronto. Well, guess what? We have New Zealand, so there you go. Ours actually makes a bit more sense because it's across the seas. High Live for the $3 donation. Appreciate you, bro. Says, has a Kiwi Rugby World Cup going well, but Fiji, Australia, bro? What do you mean? Fiji's been going awesome. What are you talking about? Fiji's going awesome. We all know what happened in the Wales game, and also All Blacks. You lost to France, mate. What are you talking about? Well, I appreciate your donation, but your comment is all over the shop. That is wrong on both of us. Australia's shocking. But in regards to New Zealand, no, it's not going well. You lost to France. And in regards to Fiji, they're having a great World Cup. What are you talking about? All right, so it's going to be a Storm now who are going to get this ball out to the 15 through Remus Smith. They need to do something before the end of this first half, though. They can't be going in down half-time by 14 points. Brighton says, tell you what, Panthers can't call themselves Origin champions. That's correct. That is correct. They can't. Well, they kind of can if they actually would win the series, New South Wales, because it basically is Penrith. But obviously they didn't win the series, so there you go. Oh, good run here by Will Warbrick. Why is the winger the strongest runner of the ball on the team? 4 tackle now for the 45. They'll go left-hand side to Christian Welsh. Welsh gives that short ball. Oh, he couldn't get the offload away. Highlight says, come on, Fiji, you've never won a thing by sevens. Bro, the population's like 800,000, man. It's a third world country. Highlight, you are like insulting a place that has a third of the population and is not a first world country. What are you doing, bro? You just look like a tool. What's wrong with you? Sunday says, don't you remember? It's like insulting. It's like an Australian going and insulting a country like, buddy, who's a country that has, like, Tuvalu? What's wrong with you? Kobe says, Brainstorm is the worst. How are you even going for the Storm? What? Probably because he's from Melbourne. So it's going to be Panthers now. 40 metres out here from their own line. 4th tackle. God, there's some clowns here today, eh? Like, imagine, like, insulting a third world country because they're not winning Rugby World Cups. Isaiah Yoga's taken down at the 45. What a tool comment. Mary Matatark with a $15 donation says, Blaze in New Zealand right now. No one cares about All Blacks on the Warriors. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's going to be a Storm ball here at the 13. Absolutely. The Warriors have taken over, Mary. Appreciate you for the $15 dues. So it's going to be Justin Olam now at the 10. Second tackle. Do you remember they lost to the English team earlier this year? Who did? Who lost to the English team earlier this year? At the 20 now, be a third tackle here for the Storm. Right-hand side. And they're going to get this ball out to the 25. 10 tackle breaks to the Panthers, 7 to the Storm. So it's not that different in that regards. It's just those penalties and errors from the Storm that have really cost me this game. Good pass out there from Jerome Hughes. Gives up to Will Warbrick. Warbrick's up on the inside. Warbrick's away. He's at the 50. He's at the 50. He's going to get to Edwards and take him down to the 35. But really good line break there from the Melbourne Storm. They roll it back. Now they go quickly left-hand side here. Jerome Hughes gets it out. They pass it out again to Munster. Munster gives it off. They've got numbers galore here. Oh, my God. That was awful. Oh, my God. That was awful. Oh, my God. That was awful. Oh my God, that was awful from Munster. They had a 4 on nobody out there. That was actually an easy try for the Storm they just threw away. I can't believe they've just not scored there again. That's 2 tries the Storm are bombed here. One was the one where they tried to pass out to Olam and he knocked it on. And the second one was this one here with Munster. They get that ball to hands. They have 4. Meany. Oh, it was actually Meany, not Munster, sorry. It was Meany, not Munster. But they had a 4 on 1 out there. Cam Prose's bellyache must have just launched himself out of the window after that one. Absolutely. Not as bad as the the Olam knock-on, but still. Well, wait. Good run there from Will Warbrick. I think Warbrick's probably been one of the better players tonight. Seth Watson says, yeah, exactly. Shambles from Namibia got to be better. How can you be in Fiji? What do you mean? You switched to 9? Yeah, CJ, I've switched to 9 here, mate. The computer was going slow at times, so it was really messing up. So they'll give it back here. Oh, geez, they nearly got that ball there, the Storm. But it'll be Panthers ball here at the 45. 4th tackle. Mitch Kenny goes right inside to Isaiah Yo. Isaiah Yo at the back of Nathan Cleary. Look at this defense. Olam again, man. Olam's just giving them an extra 15 metres. He's so far in. They're 23 metres out here from the line. Gives up to Nathan Cleary. Cleary's going to put that ball up. Can someone let me know the update of that Collingwood GWS score, please, as well? Ooh. That's going to be... Is this still Panthers ball? It's still free tackle. So to Torova. Gives that the back here to Yo. Yo hit Nathan Cleary. Cleary kicks it through. And not a good kick. Harry Grant's going to get off to Nick Maney. Maney here. He'll get taken down to the 15. Scoreboard pressure probably. Scoreboard pressure isn't really a factor too much just yet, I wouldn't say. I would say scoreboard pressure really comes in with 30, 25 minutes to go of a knockout. I wouldn't say that right now you've got scoreboard pressure. Harry Grant, though. Harry Grant. Oh, my God, Harry Grant. Holy shit. The Storm are literally all over the shop. They're finding holes. They're finding brilliant plays, and they're literally giving the ball straight back to the Panthers. Holy damn. J-Steps says the Storm are playing as well this game as they did in the first finals game against the Bronx. Oh, and a penalty to the Panthers. Oh, my God. They're painful to watch right now. Jolene says 15-10 Collingwood winning. If I got a good look at the score. Storm are playing... Like, they're not as bad as that Broncos game. No way. That Broncos game was way worse. Yeah, 15-10, you're right. Wow, it's a low-scoring game. It's a low-scoring game there. This is week 1 final Storm all over again. It's horrific. It's not as bad as that. That was bad. If the Storm will have another try here, then I'm going to start to get scared. I'm going to start to get a little bit scared. Nathan Cleary, he'll give it off here to 6 again. Oh my God, Storm. Right-hand side, Panthers up to Jerome Luai. Luai now, he'll get that ball back here to Eisenhuth. And they'll be taken down here. No, sorry, Lindsay Smith. 10 meters out here from the line, second tackle. 3-6 against the Panthers, 1 to the Storm. Right-hand side here, the Panthers. They cut it back onto the inside. Now they're 8 meters out here from the line, third tackle. Storm need a flash try. Mr. Learn, they've had like 3 bomb tries in this game, the Storm. Left-hand side was Io, back to Jerome Luai. Luai through the centre. Oh, taken down 5 meters out here from the line, fourth tackle. They give it out to Mitch. Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, it's going to go out the back. They're lucky they grabbed it there through Nathan Cleary. They lost about 20 metres, however. Panthers, Nathan Cleary runs it out of the 25. They've actually lost. Oh, my God. Why are they throwing this ball around like it's the last play of the game and they're down? Crazy. So they're fourth tackle now back at the 25. There's no way you give away 6 again there. Oh, jeez. It's actually fit tackle. They kick it back. That's a good kick there. Puts a lot of pressure on. And Storm taken down at the 2. Penalty to the Storm. They need that badly. Mitchell says, how many penalties does Storm want to give away? Useless cats. Useless cats. Laurie says, I thought Panthers game to lose, but it's the Storm handing it to the Panthers. Yeah. Look, it's not like the Panthers are playing bad. Like, Panthers are playing fine. The Panthers are just doing what they need to do. They know what they need to do, you know. It's still a scary prospect for either the Broncos or the Warriors to play this team. Absolutely. The Storm are handing it to them, but with that being said, the Panthers have still been the better team anyway. But the Storm are capitalising on places that you wouldn't necessarily expect. Highlights says, Dynasty, Chicago Bulls, the NRL, crazy. Yeah, I would agree. I'm a Bulls fan as well. I'm wearing my Cubbies jumper right now, but I'm a Bulls fan. So I would agree with you, but that was before my time, really. Right-hand side here for the Storm. Again, they're finding places to get... They're finding gaps in the defense. It's not like they're not. But they just can't put it together at the end of it. Elias Katoa now to the 45 gets the offload away. Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes. Again, look at this. Left-hand side. Munster gets it out to Meany. Olam, they're away here. Remus Smith taken down at the 25. 35, I think it is. Again, they're finding places. Munster fakes it off. He gives out the back to Jerome Hughes. And Jerome Hughes doesn't pass it away, but he gets to the 30. Fit tackle. Attacking-wise, the Storm have looked good without scoring as many as they need to. Defensively, they've looked absolutely god-awful. And up it goes here. The ball's going to be a knock-on there from the Panthers. Yep, it's going to be Storm ball. All right, 2 minutes to go here. Minute and a half to go here the first half, guys. Storm need to score here. If they want any chance of sticking in this preliminary final, they have to score on this set right now. They have to score. Camp Races, a couple of them actually rooting for the Storm to win right now. I just don't want to watch the Panthers win another one this year. For me, man, I don't really care who actually wins. I just want it to be a good game. And if the Storm score here, it could be. If the Storm don't score here, you start to get a little bit nervous for a good game. Jillian says, same, but I have a reason, but I'm just not going to say it. I'll start World War 3 if I did, to be honest. Oh no, what's happened? What's World War 3, Jolena? Start it up. Kick it off. I don't even know what the question was in the first place. Elias Katoa to Harry Grant. Off to Marion Seve. Marion Seve, 3 meters out here from the line. There's a minute to go here, the first half, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. First tackle here of the Storm. They give off to Harry Grant. He throws out the back here to Hughes. Jerome Hughes gives it off to Josh King. He'll be taking that 9 meters out. 50 seconds to go here, the first half. Harry Grant now. He'll go to right-hand side. Elias Katoa, not the play. 4 metres out of the line. Third tackle. There's 43 seconds to go here the first half. Harry Grant. He'll get out to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes gets out the back here to Munster. Munster here to Meaney. I can't deal. I can't deal with this team. 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 I cannot deal with that team. That is wild. That is wild. Like, what? Meaney's throwing shit passes. Meaney has been playing so poor. A bit of a biffo as well. Meaney and Liam Martin going at it. Meaney's been throwing some wild passes. Scotty says game over. Not game over, but it's not looking pretty here for the Storm for sure. Give you a hand. Says it's alright, man. Oh, painful, man. Because I will tell you something right now here at halftime. I would not say that the Storm, attacking-wise, have been bad. The Storm have actually been better than the scoreline represents, but their defense is just dreadful. The defense is woeful. But, like, the attack has actually been pretty good. They are finding holes in the Penrith defense. They are making meters. They are putting themselves in positions, but they're also throwing away these positions. They've had one bomb try from Justin Olam. They've had another bomb try from Nick Meaney, another bomb try just then from Nick Meaney. They've had multiple tries bombed. It's not like the Melbourne Storm aren't actually in this game, even though the scoreline says against that. I would not be surprised. I don't think they win this game. I do still think a Panthers 1-12 because, again, the Storm have had the attack on them. They're just going to limit the defense. If they can sort their defense out, they can stick in this game. But if they don't sort their defense out, they'll concede 40. They'll give up a naughty 40. What I say is, I'm so sad, bro. I just want a close competitive game, man. Yeah, again, scoreline doesn't look it. But, again, the Storm are finding ways through the defense. They're just not putting the finishing touch. If you see them put the finishing touch like they would normally do on the end of these tries, they would have scored 3 tries there. 3. They'd actually be technically leading, right? So I don't think it's cause for crazy concern yet. They just have to be the first team to score in the second half. It's as simple as that. But guys, it is halftime here. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. The old Melbourne Storm down 18-4 right now, but still 40 minutes left of the prelim to go. So hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and hopefully we see a better second half. But, you know, there was some excitement about it. Cooper Johnson says, as a Parramatta fan, I hate Penrith, but I got to respect the greatness of this Panthers team, looking very likely to three-peat, Cleary on way to become the GOAT. I would agree, yeah, I would agree with you. Jared Troy says, the Storm have created chances but are not finishing it off. Penrith to run right through in the second half. I disagree. I think Panthers win this game, but I think the Storm will put together 1 or 2 tries in the second half. They've just got to make sure it's the first 2 tries of the second half. Supper says, time to bring out the Queensland jerseys for Grant and Munster. Yeah, look, it makes sense. Like, obviously, we all know how well they play in the old Queensland jerseys, especially Munster. Munster's not really had the greatest of years this year, for mine. Mr. Lim's up at a Storm. Flake says, honest thoughts from Nelson incident. Couldn't see much from field and not much replay. Was it a bin-worthy incident? No, it's a penalty. It's not a bin. No, it's not. It's a push at the end of the day. It was late, but it wasn't anything sinister. Like, it was. I think he was obviously trying to ruffle up Cleary a bit, but it's not a binnable offence for mine. Tyree says, I must say the Panthers look very beatable, especially by the Bronx. Oh, wank on Broncos fans. God, I hope the Warriors beat you guys tomorrow. Jeez, your fan base is so arrogant. God help yous. God help yous. Brighton, Brighton, do you see why people don't like your fan base? Because of comments like this. Gee whiz. Broncos fans, you're also incredibly beatable. Just a reminder, you lost to the Titans this season at Suncorp Stadium. Just thanks to you, the Broncos got beat by the Gold Coast Titans this year at Suncorp Stadium. Just an FYI there. So the arrogance and the cockiness from Broncos fans is insane. Right? It's wild. It really is wild. You are also a very beatable team. Very, very beatable. Very, very damn well beatable. High Life says, I feel old. No one Panthers Raiders grand final was gold. Yeah, that was 3 years before I was even alive, High Life. That was 3 years before I was even alive. I'm so sorry to make you feel even older, High Life. Flaxy says, I can't wait to beat the Bronx and then they disappear for another decade. It's I wouldn't, as a club, right, as an organisation, I wouldn't care as much with them winning. It's just a lot of their fans that just circle jerk themselves ridiculously. It's like there's a reason why you're not favourites to win the competition, despite how well you've played this year. And that's because there's a team playing right now that aren't doing anything wrong in this game. They're not doing anything wrong. There's holes in the defence, but in the same sense, the Broncos also have holes. You want to go and have a look at the difference? Well, go and have a look at the difference, right? And also, just remember, the Broncos have been out of Brisbane, or out of into Sydney 3 times this year. Guess what the grand final is, right? So, I just want to throw this out there. The Broncos have given up 113 more points in the regular season than the Penrith Panthers did. 113 more points. 113 more points the Broncos have given up more than the Panthers this season. And just a fun fact for you as well, Tyrese, you also think that your attack is so good, you still didn't even score more points than the Panthers this season. So where's the Broncos should be favourites for this grand final coming from? Sorry, bro, but when you've got people like yourself who are incredibly arrogant and cocky and you want to shit on other teams, well, then we're going to shit on your team. And we're going to make sure that you understand that, hold on a second, let's not get too ahead of yourself. All-Day says, remember how fast Prime... Oh, Kevin Gordon. Gee whiz, he was my neighbour growing up, actually, All-Days. He was my neighbour at Merrimack on the Gold Coast. Great bloke, man. Great bloke. Great bloke. People got to learn on this channel, man. Like, if you're going to talk shit, like, you better hope that you have the ability. Because, like, I cop shit. You guys cop shit. It's all good fun, though. It's all good fun. But Broncos fans, yeah, Broncos do remind you of Dallas Cowboys' whole life. I would agree. Hunter says, how would you feel on Nelson and Salamona's shove on Cleary? I think it was okay. I think it was a penalty for sure, but I don't think it's a sin bin. David Carter getting around it. Jared Choi says, look, losing to the best team in Queensland is nothing to be ashamed about. Yes, Jared Choi. That's a great comment. See, Jared Choi gets it. Brenton says, Big Nelson was holding down Penrith players in the background of playing the first 10 minutes. Did anyone notice? Wouldn't surprise me, Brenton. What I would say in regards to that is that he's obviously come out, he's been told to really ruffle feathers on the Panthers team, try and get them out of their game. That's what we saw with Cleary. It's what we saw with that, obviously. So, yeah, look, I think that, yeah, he's been told something. All right, I'm going to need to roast this guy again. Tyree says, no, but it's true, mate. You yourself said that Melbourne created a few chances. If it was the Bronx, they probably would have scored, but sure, they need to get past the wires. Yes, absolutely. The Storm did find gaps, but to say that the Panthers are looking very beatable whilst they're up 18-4 in a prelim, whilst winning back-to-back premierships, the minor premiership, having scored more points than you, having conceded less points than you, and also making 3 grand finals in a row, is an absurd comment to make. It's absurd. It's absurd. Especially when the Broncos haven't even played in the prelim yet, and they're going up against a team that is completely with an entire country's momentum behind them. So, good luck tomorrow, because you're going to get slaughtered in this chat if you guys lose. Like, you're going to get slaughtered, baby. Shit. Slapper says, is Merrimack near Welsh's old hood and Narang? It is very close, actually, Slapper. Yeah, it is very close. It's probably like 5 minutes drive, yeah. It's not that far. Hunter says, the Broncos would need to shut down SJ to most likely win the preliminary final. Again, I think the Broncos win, but it's just like, man, when you get arrogant comments like that and arrogant people who think they've already won the premiership and the team that's won the last 2 in a row are still in it, and being in 3 grand finals in a row are still in it, and the minor premiers are still in it, and the team who scored more points and conceded less than you are still in it, you got to question that person's sanity. Danube says, don't lose hope, Storm fans. Up to my Storm. Yeah, I wouldn't lose hope just yet, man. Still a long way to go. Still 40 minutes to go. If the Panthers score next, game over. Tori says, yep, it's fun. I don't support the Broncos. Just learned the game all the way from South Africa. Bullshit. You are a Broncos fan. Don't bullshit me. But in the same sense, bro, you got to remember, it's all banter. It's all good fun. We all have a bit of a laugh, and sometimes I got to give you a bit of a roasting. Because I get roasted all the time too. Don't you worry, man. Brendan says, agreed, Bellyache told Nelson to be the enforcer tonight. Yeah, for sure. And you need an enforcer, man. You do. Lauren Ingertown says, hey, Broncos, eat a cheeseburger. John Cena, too many people, one car up. The Wars. There you go. We will be streaming tomorrow night, guys. Don't forget. At 7 p.m, we'll be going live for the Broncos and the Wars game. That's going to be a big stream, so get crazy. Danube says, BK, who do you support? Danube, have a look at the screen. Take a guess. Take a guess, my friend. Mr. Lambs has come to Storm. Who's your AFL team? I'm a Cats fan, Jay Set. My mum's not with him anymore. But my ex-stepdad, he's from Geelong, and I was from the Gold Coast. I didn't really care about AFL. No one in Queensland really does. Besides the ex-Victorians, obviously. And he was a big Geelong fan, so he really got me into it. And last year was very good. Last year was very fun. This year, not so much. Hunter says, I'm going to the Broncos and Wires game. Are you happy for me? If you are, Congratulations. But I doubt it. I doubt you are. Slapper says, since when was South Africa in Brisbane? Well, look, it's going to be a hard game for Moers next week if the Broncos make the grand final against the Panthers, because Moers was originally a Broncos fan and then he became a Panthers fan. So, Moers is your... Tyrese, is your name Moers Bass? Do you know a Moers Bass in South Africa by any chance, Tyrese? Just a quick little question. For you. I thought Wales was the New South Wales rugby team. The highlight for people who don't know yet, the Wires is actually a derogatory term for the Warriors that unfortunately the bandwagoners have picked up and thought that it was a cool term and slang of their team, but at the end of the day is actually an insult towards the Warriors. Aloysius says, if Young Walsh on his game, Broncos to win. If Johnson's on his game regardless, Wires win. Oh, that's a bit cool. I think that the Warriors are going to have a 10 out of 10 performance. The Broncos will have to have a 9 out of 10 performance for the Wires to win. I think the Wires need to beat them out rather than the Broncos. I think the Wires do need the Broncos to have an offer-ish game whilst them having the best game. So it needs a lot to go right. I don't think the Warriors win on a 10 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 basis. Broncos 10 out of 10 is better than the Warriors 10 out of 10. But with that being said, I do give the Warriors a chance. However, they will have to start fresh early. Like, they have to start good early. Yeah. David said, got friends at the game tonight. Showing the Panthers, good stuff. Sachin says, bandwagon Warriors fans probably believe Wires is an abbreviation instead of an insult. Well, yeah, they do. They think it's an abbreviation and a really cool terminology of Warriors, but it actually isn't. It's actually a derogatory term that called for, or wah, as in crying, for their fans in regards to referees. But it's been picked up this year. There. But there's a good core of New Zealanders who love their team, and I love it. I love the actual passionate Warriors fans. I've had a lot to do with them over the years. But their bandwagoners are something else, bro. Lucas says, went to the Warriors game last week. Hope atmosphere was as good on TV as it was there. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. Yeah, the atmosphere was pretty good. Why doesn't it come out fast like against the Knights? Maybe not to that extent. I don't think the Broncos are going to give up that 16-0 early or whatever it was. And the Knights did come back into that game, mind you. The scoreline doesn't reflect that, but if you watch the game, the Knights were actually in the game about the 50th minute, and then the Warriors blew them out. Broncos need Walsh and Reno firing. You know what, Slapper? I'm going to disagree with you and say they just need Reno firing. If Reno doesn't fire, they lose that game. People look at Walsh. Walsh is a fullback. Yes, he's exciting. He's electric and whatnot. But if Reynolds isn't firing, the Warriors will win. I will say that right now. If Reynolds is not firing, if Reynolds wasn't playing, Warriors win. If Reynolds isn't firing, Warriors win. Reynolds is the guy. But I will say, Broncos fans, be very, very careful. Because there is a man named Adam Reynolds who, yes, has won a grand final before, but has also lost a lot of prelim finals. And I think they're like in the last 5 years, he's lost 4 out of 5. Actually, no, sorry, he wasn't there last year. Before coming to the Broncos in 2022, 2021 they made the prelim and lost. No, 2021 they actually won. 2020, 2021 they won and then lost in the grand final to the Panthers. 2020 they made the prelim and lost. 2019 prelim and lost. And was it 2018 prelim and lost? Something like that. Rabbitohs fans, can you confirm? Wow, Collingwood losing at GWS at 28-18. Yikes. Mr. Lem's Storm just need 2 lightning tries game on. Yes, absolutely, I agree. That would be insane if Collingwood lose to GWS though. Like, that would be wild. Can you imagine a GWS versus Brisbane final? Melbourne fans, VFL fans would go insane. They would go insane. David Carter says, what do you think of the Penrith Panthers signs 2024? No idea. No idea what signings you've got for 2024, to be honest with you. Dasmate says, South lost 2012, 2013, 2018, 2019, 2012. Oh, no, sorry, you're right. Sorry, I forgot that 2014 was the year they won the grand final against the Dogs. I thought you were trying to make a joke, don't worry. 2012, 2013, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2022 prelims. Wow. That's a lot of prelims, man. That's heartbreak. That is heartbreak. Brenton Eslick says, I'm a Knights fan. Had some hope going into the second half against the Wires, but to no prevail. Welcome to my life as a Titans fan, Brenton. We love a good first half. Yeah, Titans, we love a good first half. Second half, not so much. The second half, not so much. But the Storm are coming out here for the second half here, guys. Let's go and smack that thumbs up button right now. Hit the like button. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to go and hit the like button. I did 6 just because I can do what I want. And obviously subscribe if you're new around here. And do not forget, guys, jump onto the NRL Finals Fantasy with a GameDay Squad in the pinned comment in the chat. You get your packs, and you can win weekly prizes. And especially for the grand final next week, it should be a big week. Should be a big week. So click on that pinned comment and get around it. It's good fun. It's good fun. I don't know if Harry Grant got a good line break. That'd be good for my my fantasy team. Jay Sepp says, is Hunt staying at Dragons or going to the Titans? Dasmate says, in fact, it got pumped in 2012 by Greg Eastwood. Yes, that was the Storm versus Bulldogs grand final, Daz. Were you alive for that, Daz? I don't think you were. Brenton Slick says, final score prediction. You know what? I'm going to go 24. I'm going to go Panthers 28, Storm 18. That's what I'm going to go. Yep, I'm going to go Panthers 28, Storm 18. I reckon Storm score a couple, but Panthers still win. That's what I'm going to go. But I could also see well with the Panthers go, see you later. And they say, good night, Irene, and just pump away. I could see a well where that happens. But the Storm, if the Storm score first, it'll be a good game. If the Panthers score first, we can go to bed now. Desmond says, I wish I wasn't, but I'm 3-6, obviously, so no, fair enough. Aloysius says, support the Storm, but the Panthers don't even look tired. Yeah, the Panthers are the Panthers, man. You know, this team is... You know, they're a really well-built organisation. Really well-built organisation. I love how on the NRL.com app, the Raiders are $151 to win the comp, the Roosters are $21, and the Sharks are $26. Very interesting. The Knights don't have any odds, but the Sharks, Roosters, and Raiders, the teams I thought got knocked out last week, must be in for like a wild card, maybe. Maybe there's a wild card competition. All right, so the kickoff has been done, and the Storm will start with the ball here. Now, the Storm just need to not make silly errors, but scoreboard pressure will begin to start coming up. It will. Scoreboard pressure will begin to coming up. Yeah, I think he's full of it too, Jay. Left-hand side, because he's apparently going every game on the planet. He's probably going to be at the Chicago Cubs game on Monday. So it's going to be third tackle here at the 40. I wonder if I'll be happy for him. They'll give it out the back now to Trent Loiero. Gets the ball to the 50. It'll be 4 tackle. At least they're at the halfway point already. High Life says 41. I actually saw Knights win a premiership in 01. Wow. There you go. Yeah, I saw the Titans win a premiership too in 2023 when the women's win next week. So fifth tackle now at the 40. What a moment. What a time to be alive. Jerome Hughes, he'll put that ball up into the air. Let's see if the Storm can knock it back or grab it. That's exactly what they're going to do. It's still backwards. It's still Storm ball. It's still Storm ball. He throws it backwards. Oh, that's a knock on Panthers maybe. I thought there was a knock on there from the Panthers. No, apparently not. Okay, no, Panthers ball here at the 20. I swear I saw a knock on there from Spencer Leniu. I swear I saw a knock on. Mr. Lemon says, woo, game start, come on, bloody Storm, bloody try. Yeah, well, hopefully something happens, you know, a little bit of something, you know, a little bit of spice, give us something, you know, something. Went to the grand final, no one. Yeah, well, I'm going to go to every grand final in the next 10 years as the Titans go on to win all 10 of them. Left-hand side for the Panthers, and they'll get this ball to the 50 now. It'll be fifth tackle. It's kind of started off the same way the first half did, where the Storm dominated the field position, but then gave away a stupid penalty, and the Panthers scored immediately. And Mitchell says, hello, ref. Am I crazy, Mitchell? Am I not? Was that not a knock-on just then? Oh, my God. That was really dangerous there by the Storm. But what a good run back from Remus Smith. I think Will Warbrick needs to get more involved in this game. And I think the Storm need to find a way to just utilise him, maybe even in the centres, because truly, when he has the ball, he's really dangerous. He's got a really strong run behind him. So right-hand side here. And, oh, geez, they're going to get this. Christian Welsh. Storm are starting the second half off pretty strong. And he gets the offload away there. Christian Welsh. Oh, come on, ref. That was a great offload. So third tackle here with the Storm. They go right-hand side. Oh, he slips over. Josh King. She slipped over at the 45. Mr. Lenz, that was a knock-on. Yeah, I agree. I think that was a knock-on as well. Left-hand side. Munster gives it off to Loiero. Okay. I can't deal with those kind of mistakes. Panthers score. Panthers scoring in the game now. That is an awful mistake to make. There is nothing to defend what we just witnessed. There is nothing to defend that. And Trent Loiero, I've always maintained I don't think he's that great of a player. That is an awful decision to make in that situation. Just awful. To try and offload the ball in that situation. So it's going to be Panthers now at the 40. Their full tackle here on the Storm side of the field. Oh, there's a massive hole through the middle, and the ball's going to hit the grass, but the Panthers still going, taking it down at the 30. You never know, mate. Titans have a chance, all the best. Titans versus Knights 24. But I'm sorry that I'm going to have to do that to you, Brenton. Like, yeah, look, hope for the best, but I'm sorry that the Titans are going to have to win the grand final against the Knights. Okay, Storm gets 7 tackles. That's a penalty. That's going to be... Is there no penalty there for the Panthers? Is that not a penalty for the Storm? Liam Martin's clearly held him back just then. This could be a sin bin. Is this a sin bin right now? He's clearly held him back just now, but it shouldn't be. They're going to check something here. I think, are they going to... What's going to happen here with Liam Martin? Because he definitely holds him back here. Liam Martin looks nervous. So Nick Meaney will... Oh, that's actually not in the in goal. It's going to be Storm ball here, but it's not going to be a 7 tackle set. But with that being said, where's the ball go? There's no way you give the Storm the ball 1 meter out from their line. That would be a terrible decision. So what are they going to call here? So where's the ball going to go? 1 meter out? No way. Unless they're going to give it out to the 10. Because that would be really... Yeah, okay, fair enough, out to the 10. If they had called that ball at the 1, that would have been really poor. So Liam Martin kind of gets off there. Also, didn't the ref let him play it out already? Crazy that they're able to go back and change that. But at least it was the right call. So Storm now, they'll be second tackle here at the 30. Looks cynical. It kind of did, I live. It's Jerome Hughes, but I guess Liam Martin got lucky cheese. Elias Katoa tried to throw that ball backwards there, but he couldn't do it. Harry Grant gives it out to Welsh. Welsh gives it up to Munster. Munster here, short ball to Loiero. Not a fan, Loiero, man. Just push back. 5 meters. He doesn't have enough mongrel in him. Harry Grant with a nice little run there. Surprised there's no 6 again there for an offside, but we fit tackler at the halfway point. Damn it, this wasn't even born in 01, but I was at the 01 grand final, though, trust me. Thanks, Des. We appreciate that comment there, mate. And Jerome Hughes is going to punch that ball to about the 20, where it should be an easy grab there for Sunatorova, and he'll get this ball back to the 30. Really impressive year Sunatova's had. Don't forget, guys, we will be streaming the entire Dally M's this week as well. The Dally M night, we stream live here, and we go through the ladder throughout. Brian Tott will try to get the offload away, but he'll be taken down at the 33. Right now, the Storm are kind of doing enough to stay in the game. They're doing enough to stay in it, but they just have to be the first team to score. If they concede first, it is literally game over. But if they are able to score first, this is a game on. It's a good question, Jay. Laurie says, come on, Storm, give us a good second half. Right now, they are giving it a good shot. The Panthers aren't getting much ball, a good field position. They're not getting a great deal of... Oh, Jerome Luai now. He's going to change that. Gives it out to Crichton, and Crichton puts it over the top, where it will be grabbed there by Harry Grant, who probably could have passed that back there to what Will Warbrick or Nick Meaney, but he didn't do it. So now they'll be stuck in the 5. I think that Harry Grant should have tested that and probably thrown it a little bit, thrown it off just then. So left-hand side now for the Storm. They give it to the 10. Cameron Munster. Munster taken down at the 20. Close to a high tackle there. Very lucky there, Panthers. Nick Meaney with a good little run here. Out to the 33. 4th tackle. Brandon says, Luai looks like the shoulder is holding up well. Yeah, his shoulder looks pretty fine. Yeah, definitely not complaining with that. Justin Olam gets taken down to the 45. Strong run there, but then gets crunched down by Lindsay Smith. Harry Grant with a nice little dinky dink, and it will kick it to about the 15. Good kick. That's not 40-20. I think he was at the 50, but it was a good kick. Laurie says, I think Sapelli will be at the game tomorrow. No, Sapelli will be watching here. Sapelli will be watching right here, just not commenting, or through an alt account. So Sonotrova out of the 22 now, first tackle. Malcolm says, Storm will cocky when they play Wars and Titans. Good to see them. What do you mean Storm will cocky when they play Wars and Titans? Storm won't cocky when they play the Titans. We beat them once this year. We beat them 38-34 on the Gold Coast. Second tackle here, and I wouldn't say the Storm were that cocky against us down there in Melbourne. That was just a real good celebration for Ryan Pappenhausen. And to be honest with you, the Titans gave him a good crack. The Titans gave him a real good crack for 62, 65 minutes. Oh, Brian Tott was away here. Brian Tott was away here and taken down. Oh, they're going for a one-on-one strip. He's going for the one-on-one strip. Can't get it, though, there, Munster. He gave it his best opportunity, though. So it'll be 4 tackle here with the Panthers. They're at the 25. They score here. It's game over. Cleary kicks it in behind. And that's going to be a brilliant kick. So it's going to be a dropout. But if I'm the Storm, I have to go for a short dropout here. I have to go for the Storm dropout. Why is the Storm bogey team to play? No, I'd say Raiders are the Storm bogey team, Brenton. I wouldn't say the Warriors are the bogey team for the Storm. Storm won this year against them. Storm always win against the Warriors, don't they? Am I crazy? I'd say Canberra is more Storm's bogey team. Storm played sloppy in that Titans game. Harry Grant even said that post-match. Yeah. End of year game. I know. Yeah, the first game was a lot due to the heat. Storm are our bogey team. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think the Warriors ever beat the Storm, do they, Lucas? And that's a Warriors fan. Okay, short dropout here. Won't go 10. It will go 10. It will go 10. Where's the ball? And it's going to be a penalty to the Storm. It must have been touched by the Panthers before the 10. That's a real bad mistake to make, man. That is a real bad mistake to make. Biffo. Slight little Biffo. Storm usually win. Trust me, I hear the moans. Yeah, I don't think Warriors beat Storm really ever. I'd say the Storm's bogey team is Canberra. So Jerome Hughes kicks his ball to the 25. Jerome Luai and Jerome Hughes must have just had a baby. I wonder if they spell it with a J-A-R or J-A-H-R. So the Storm now will be first tackle here at the 40 on their own side of the field. If they can get a good attacking set here and get a repeat set, that's brilliant for them. King T says, which team is looking tight at the moment, mate? I wouldn't say either team is looking tight, to be honest with you. I think both teams... Oh, Josh King couldn't get the ball away. Jerome Hughes, he tried his very best, so that was a really good run there from Josh King. Left-hand side here for the Storm, they're at the 30. This is a good attack and set here for Munster. For the Storm, they're taking down the 20-metre line. 4 tackle now for the Storm. They score here. It is game on. Right-hand side now for the Storm. And they're going to be 10 metres out. Can he get the offload away? He does. Christian Welsh off to... Oh, no. The ball out to the back in the grass. But it will be Storm ball here. 15 metres out from the line. Fit tackle. Justin Olam at the back here to Munster. Munster puts that ball up. That's a pretty good kick, actually. But the Panthers do get it through Jerome Luai. Well done. Daz mate says, why haven't beaten the Storm bogey team in 10 years? Have they really... Is it 10 years, Daz? Is it 10 years? Storm put 70 in the Warriors? Yes, Slapper there. Yeah, they did. Jeez, you had to remind them, Slapper? You had to remind them? Really? They're looking forward to a preliminary final tomorrow, and now you're reminding them of the 7 to 10. God help you, Slapper. God help you. Amore James Howard says the Wires haven't beaten the Storm since 2011, Amore. Wowee. Dylan Edwards, 4 tackle here at the 28. Good defensive set here by the Storm. They need to hold them down here, though. And they've just allowed them to get to the 40. Oh, and a good offload by Sorensen. Off to Isaiah Yo. Yo here at the 45, and he'll be taken down now. Fit tackle. Brendan says, Campy was saying that on Blokes in a Bar podcast. I'll have to check the draw. I don't know why Kemp would be saying that, to be honest with you. Maybe he's saying... Maybe he just doesn't know. Or is that a 40-20? There's no way. There is absolutely no way the Storm have just given up a 40-20 there. There's no way. I don't believe it. There's no way. I can't hear it, so I can't confirm. Where was that? Oh, no, it isn't. Okay, lucky for the Storm. Geez, they must have kicked it from just outside the 40 because it was a good kick there from Nathan Cleary. But 30 minutes to go here at the preliminary final, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. We've got a big preliminary final tomorrow. Broncos versus the Warriors. We will be streaming live the Dally M's next week, the grand final. And also we'll be streaming the NRLW semi-finals on Sunday as well with my Gold Coast Titans girls getting around it. Third tackle now. Jerome Hughes gives it out to... I can't even think of who that is. Oh, Josh King. Maury James Howard saying up a Storm. And it'll be the Storm who get this ball to the 24. Zach says, we could have put a lot more on than 70 in that game. To me, missed kicks, about 5 kicks. Wow. Especially considering the first half was actually, I think, only 30 points. So they scored, 40 points in the second half. Are you not listening to the game commentary? I can't see that because I'm watching on TV, not on the computer. So if I turn that up, I get copyrighted. So I can't do that. But I could watch the game on the computer and listen to this, but it's a little bit further behind this. Panthers now out to the 30. I don't really need it though, man. Like the only reason I listen to it is because I want to hear the crowd. But for me, it's like the crowd's not that fantastic today anyway. I was listening to it before. 4 tackle here for the Panthers. They're at the 40-metre line on their own side of the field. They're not making a great deal of meters here, the Panthers, but they're also still doing enough to just be still leading. They're not the ones who have to have the pressure. They're up by, 14 points. They have no stress right now. If it gets within a try, that's when you start to stress. Especially with the fact that Storm would then have the momentum. So they just, right about the, Storm. Man, if they had got that ball out of Olam, they could have had an opportunity. EO, mate, wise up with the Storm attack tonight. EO. Justin Sutter says, how has this second half been? Just got back. It's been better. Yeah, it's been a lot better. Storm aren't defensively poor and are making good meters on sets, but also haven't been able to finish off the clinical touch again. At the 40 now, right-hand side, and I'll take it down to 45. This isn't a fantastic attack and setting for the Storm, but I guess this is a bit of a grindy part of the game. Both teams are trying to really establish. That's not a great kick there from Jerome Hughes, but the Storm could knock it back. They do, and is ballsy there to throw that ball back as far as he did. That was very risky, but Edwards will be taken down to the 30. Dasman says, all you hear from the crowd is Panthers fans bitching about the ref, even though they're up by 14. Bro, go to Parramatta. Go to an Eels game. I can tell you right now, they complain about the ref more than ever. Like that Titans game, that they literally were officially, by the NRL officially admitted that the Titans were robbed in that game. Eels still tried to say that they were robbed in that game. It was insane. It was absolutely absurd. The NRL officially announced that the Titans were robbed against the Eels, and the Eels fans still complained and said no, they were the ones who were robbed. Jeez, justice that they didn't make the finals. Oh, Liam Martin, look at this. Back on the inside, game over. Nathan Cleary, game over. 22-4 here with the kit to come. Game over. Storm do all this in the second half just to give it up straight away. And there we go. It was looking like it could have been a good second half, but then Panthers score, and then that, my friend, is that. It was just so easy there. Liam Martin just shoved off one. This is just such a good running from Liam Martin. Shoved a good... Oh, you know what? You can't blame Justin Arnold for that. That's the inside man who got done. And good follow-up there by Nathan Cleary. You saw when Nathan Cleary was on the inside and Liam Martin was on the right-hand side that he was going to get past Nick Meaney. No, that's not Olam again. No, you can't blame Olam for that. Olam's got players on his outside he's got to cover. That's on Munster. That's on Munster for getting done by Liam Martin. There's absolutely no way, shape or form Justin Olam's fault. There were still 3 players, or 2 players out on the right. Olam was covering his man. Olam was covering his man. High Life says, Cowbells rule, go the Chiefs, and that's game, unfortunately. No, Cowbells suck. That Storm Cowbells sucks. Same with the Cowboys one. Malcolm says, Storm think if they lose, they play the easier team. Yeah, Storm lose this, they're not going to be playing again. They'd be gone. They'd be so far gone that they won't even know how to spell gone. That's how gone they would be. Please tell me tomorrow night's game will be good. Jeez, halftime 28-18 to GWS over Collingwood. Collingwood fans will be starting to stress right now. Yeah, Lucas, big ass to come back now. I can't see it now, man. Joseph Schuster says, To'o work rate this season. I believe he may have the most running meters this season than any other player. Wouldn't surprise you, man. Brian To'o has been a leader in the winger department for a very long time. Very, very long time. He's the guy you look at. He changed the position, really. He's not the tallest player. He's not the strongest. Actually, well, he's strong. He's not the tallest player, which is what you look for a winger usually, to go up in the air. But that's not usually what you look for with Brian To'o. He's a strong player. He knows how to run the ball back hard. Good defender as well. He's a very well-rounded player, especially for his size. Yeah, might as well turn this into an AFL stream. Yeah, well, at least that game's close. I have a really good friend of mine who's a GWS fan, a legitimate GWS fan too, so I hope they win for him. Brimdog Millionaire says, it was a good regular season year, but finals have been one-sided. Oh, not necessarily. The Knights versus Raiders game was great. The Sharks versus Roosters game was great. The Storm versus Roosters game was pretty close. Every other game's been pretty bad, though. Maybe not bad, but just not competitive. Like this game, this second half was competitive until that try. Zach said, the Storm went from here, a run-down Lygon streak at 2 a.m. Yeah, I used to live near Lygon Street. I used to live next street over from Lygon, actually. So right-hand side of the Panthers, 4 tackle, like he's brought to the 43. I do think tomorrow's game should be a bolter, like an absolute bolter. Jerome Luai, he'll get this ball out. And off to Sonia Torova. Oh no, they're going to blow him out. 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 This is okay, it's 28-4. They're going to blow him out. Well, see you later, Storm. I'm putting eliminated next to your name. I'm putting eliminated next to your name. I'm putting eliminated next to your name. I'm doing it. See you later. You're gone. You're gone. I don't even feel bad about doing it. I don't even feel bad about doing it. Okay, so, hey, Tyrese, how's the Panthers looking? How is the Panthers' faults looking right now? They look beatable? You reckon the Panthers look beatable right now? Brandon says that Knights Doggies game was good, 66-0. It was the Dogs, mate. As it says, GG, I can't be asked anymore. Yeah, this is not going to be pretty. This is not going to be pretty at this point. At least Storm made finals, Lucas says. What a shit comment from that person, by the way. What a shit comment. When you're a Storm fan, right, and if you don't win the premiership, that's like the Titans not making the finals, right? Because your success and your happiness is actually built on actually winning the premiership. And if you don't win the premiership, then you feel disappointed, right? With the Titans, if we made the finals, that'd be pretty fun. That'd just be great. You know, that's just something that we look towards. The different kind of levels of where you are at as a fan with your respective club. Because our club isn't built on success. Storm club is built on cheating and whatnot, but still success. So you don't look at it the same way. You can't look at it the same way. Nate Queso says, I hate Penrith. Yeah, well, if you're a Storm fan right now, you wouldn't be liking it. Panthers home grand final, damn. Well, not really, Laurie. Not really. Like, it's in Sydney, but with that being said, if the Warriors make it, they'll sell out, and it will be majority Warriors fans you watch. Guarantee you. Cleary gets it through 30-4 here with 23 minutes to go here of this shitfest. Supper says, Reuters would have done better than this. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. King T says, how long to go? About 22 minutes, mate. About 22 minutes. You know what? In Yamba, I don't even know what food places are open at this time. Is there any... Does anyone know Yamba? Is there any good food places open at like 10 o'clock? Because I looked at Uber Eats or DoorDash and you can't even do it here. So I don't even know if it's good. I want to eat tonight. I want to be able to eat tonight. Joseph says, what about your flying Fijians? Yeah. I'm on that bandwagon for the Rugby World Cup. Yeah, as an Australian, very, very sad to see the absolute fall of the Wallabies so far. But for my daughter and for my family in Fiji and whatnot, very happy, man. Very, very happy. Saturn says Footy Bomb, maybe. Yeah, you can talk about the Footy Bomb now. 20 points. That'd be pretty crazy in a prelim. Has there ever... who was the last team that has done a... Has there ever been a Footy Bomb in a prelim before? People are struggling to get seats to Brisbane. Yeah, because it's sold out, mate. Kebab shop should be. I don't know. It's Yamba, mate. It's in the middle of nowhere. Luai's done for the day, I reckon. No, I would assume they take off Cleary soon too. Oh no, it's a penalty, is it? Oh, it's a penalty, Panthers. Oh, Storm, back it up. Where on earth is Yamba? Exactly, Mitchell. Cal takes Yamba. Is that close to the beach, Jay? Or is that all the way up like the highway? Should be undefeated, robbed against Wales. I agree, Lucas. Yeah, Fiji was definitely robbed against Wales. He means flights. Flights. Oh, true. Yeah, fair enough. Well, then fly to, buddy. You'll just have to, if you want to get to the game, then fly to Sydney and then fly up. It's just as simple as that. If it was the Titans and I had no flights from Gold Coast to, Panthers are away down the left-hand side again, Stephen Crichton. They're 20 minutes out over the line. Gee whiz, eh? Panthers in a fourth straight grand final. Panthers in a fourth straight grand final. Sure, this Mac is close. I don't know. Can someone Google it? Shut up, Jay, man. Jay don't have a clue what he's talking about. So it's going to be Cogger who'll be taken down now. 13 minutes out here from the line. Why is Luai? Oh, I guess Luai comes out because of his pre-existing injury. Fit tackle off to Yo. Yo at the back of the Cleary. And Cleary taking down 5 minutes out from his own line. Yamba is somewhere between Grafton and Ballina. Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours from Gold Coast. Scotty T says it's just going to get annoying if Penrith take it out this year again. Yeah, we'll be prepared to be annoyed, mate. If I'm Nathan Cleary and the Penrith Panthers, I'm taking myself off right now. Why risk getting injured? Of course, the Storm don't, like, with all due respect, the Storm don't give a shit about you, right? So they're going to be like, you know what? You knocked us out. Well, guess what, baby? We're going to hurt you. We're going to hurt you and we're going to make you feel like shit for next week because we want to be able to screw you up. Well, guess what? Welcome to Melbourne. And it's a penalty, is it? Is it a penalty here? Is there a high tackle on Khalil? Oh, really? Have they called? No, okay, it's Storm ball. I was going to say. Ant-Man be sleeping or watching F1? Ant-Man's outside. Slab says, everything closed, mate. You're going hungry. Everything's closed, Slab. Are you serious? You talking shit? Are you talking shit? He goes from... Oh, Storm here. Oh, I think that's touched by the Panthers here. I think that's touched by the... I'd challenge this if I'm the Storm. I'd challenge... They'd want to get this ball back. Joseph Schuster says, Penrith winning will mean a lot to the season. It will be the late year with the team for a few of them. The last year with the team with a few of them, so they want to go with a bang. Yeah, I guess so. But in the same sense, the core of the team isn't changing too much, besides Crichton, I guess. Yeah, Storm are going to challenge this. I'm pretty sure this touches a Panther. Aloysius here says, yeah, I've seen enough Panthers to win the grand final. I just hate the thought of listening to Gus Gould for the next 3 years. Yeah. Ooh, was that touched? Was that touched? Yeah, Brenton, Storm clocked off. They've packed up. They're already, they're already in the spars. Successful challenge, they did say touched it. Uli says, Melbourne, please. You can say please all you like, Uli. You can say please all you like, but they're going to not be doing much today. They're going to please go to bed. I think they're going to go to bed because right now there's 20 minutes to go to the game and it's a 26-point deficit. Well, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. There's 20 minutes to go. And don't forget, we've got a massive stream tomorrow for Broncos versus the Warriors. Massive stream. Lucas is talking about Rugby World Cup. I still think Osmake's quarters as bad as Wallabies have looked. Wales has just looked just as shit. Well, I guess Australia just needs to beat Wales. Whoever wins that game, I guess, can make it. If Australia can find a way to win that, that'd be pretty impressive. But yeah, the Welsh, to win that game, everyone blew up about that game. That was a pure robbery. That was pure robbery. And Storm now right inside to Nelson. Nelson's still going. Get the offload away, man. You just have to. Off to Jerome Hughes. Fit tackle. He'll slap that ball up into the air. It will come backwards. And the ball will bounce straight to Dylan Edwards. And he's going to find a gap. And Edwards will get to the ball at 35. Wallabies, mate, is a team, mate. I know. Wallabies are awful. Call Strike says, yeah, I'm a Roosters fan, but I'm just saying I think they would have put a better fight than this. I disagree with you. I disagree with all these Roosters fans. They're not on Panthers, by the way. I just disagree with all these Roosters fans thinking that they're irrelevant. Like, guys, you still lost to this Storm team, right? The Storm had just as many bad goals as you guys did, just an FYI. The Roosters would not have put up a better fight than this. The Roosters would... I want to go and have a look at the last time the Panthers played the Roosters. What was the score? Roosters fans, you ain't putting up nothing against the Panthers. Have a listen to this. Have a listen to this. In the regular season, you lost 48-4 to the Panthers, and you lost 30-6 to the Panthers. Shut up, Roosters fans. You lost 30-6 to the Panthers and 48-4 to the Panthers. Shut up. Have a listen to this. I thought we were done having a listen to you guys for the season. Why are we still having a listen to Roosters fans circle jerk their team as if they've put up a better fight when they lost both games by like a collective 60 points? Have a listen to them. You reckon? So the Storm here at the 25. Munster to Hughes. Hughes at the... Jack Colgan gives up the son at Taruva. And Taruva taking out the 45. We finally found a mojo with different teams. Shut up, Roosters fans. You guys would have got slapped in this game. You would have got slapped. Anyone gets slapped in this game. Oh, it's going to be... He does throw the ball at the back, but still Panthers ball. Oh, no. Roosters fans, have a listen to him. Roosters put up a better fight. Oh, you know what? While we're at it, let's say Titans would have put up a better fight than this. While we're at it, while we're saying ludicrous things, let's throw it out there. So the 45 metres out here for the Panthers. Second tackle. Here they come again. Here they come again. Cleary off to Crichton. Crichton lives another day with the Panthers. His last game will be next week now. It's like Cowboys fans thinking they would have put a better fight than the Eels in the grand final last year. 25. You know what? I wouldn't actually necessarily disagree with that one. I do think the Cowboys could have put a better fight up against Panthers last year than the Eels. I won't lie to you. I do believe that one. I think the Cowboys would have put a better fight than the Eels last year. So Panthers now to Nathan Cleary. He'll kick it, and he tried to hit the post. He won't get it though. Jerome Hughes will go back on the in goal. So short drop out coming up. Scotties, the Eels would put up a better fight. Oh, no. Okay, no, I'm done now. No, can't hear anymore. Please, stop talking about your teams doing better in this game because no. Once I heard the Eels, now I'm done. That's done me. I want to go to bed. You've done me now. Talking about the Eels, you've done me now. Lucas would have gone into timeout and then lost by timeout. Zach says Tigers would have given them a run for their money, I reckon. Also, just a fun fact for you, Lucas. You talk shit about the Titans, but just remember that you struggled to put away a 12-man Titans team for 70 minutes, and it was, 18-6 with 20 minutes to go to you guys, again, with a man advantage, and then it was 18-18 with 7 minutes to go. Just want to throw that out there. So, we'll see how you got it more. South Queensland Crushers would have done better than the Storm. Okay. So Panthers now, they're going to be 8 metres out of the line. Tigers in the rain might have put up a fight. That's a good point, Laurie. At least the Tigers did beat him in the rain. What happened to Cleary's face? I'm not talking about his chin, by the way. It's going to be a dropout to the Panthers. I think, Cleary got hit kind of head contact. I don't know why he's actually still on the field, to be honest with you. I really don't know. Merrimack Tigers, this game has been an absolute stinker. It has been. It really has been. I've been trying to drum up some kind of belief in this. I've been trying to drum up some kind of belief in the Storm team, but just truly not. Just truly at this point, not. They're going to knock it back here. Okay, comebacks on. Christian Welch, comebacks on. God help us. Alex with the $8 redo donation says St. Helens would have put up a better fight. Shut up. Please. Please shut up. Libby said, I've turned the game off, I'm just done. Look, I get it. And if you're a Broncos fan or Warriors fan, this game would terrify you as well, to be honest. Jerome Hughes now. He'll go at the back here. They got numbers. No, okay. Marion Seven decides to come back in when he had a 2-on-1 at it. All right. Not what I would have personally done. No. Not what I would have personally done, to be completely honest with you. So Storm now, they give it to Justin Olam. And Olam will get this ball to Brian To'o. And Brian To'o will get taken down at the 35. Appreciate you, Alex, for that donation, by the way, bro. Appreciate it. That's awful. That's just awful. Remember I told us even Rays would have given it a better crack. No, they wouldn't have. Rays would have gotten beaten by 80 in this game. And that's in the first half. So third tackle now at the 30. Let's go to hopefully tomorrow's game's a banger. I think tomorrow's game will be a banger. Panthers started this year 4-4 as well. They did, yeah. Yeah, they did. So there's fourth tackle at the 15. Joseph, what was the score of the Broncos versus Penrith in this season? Broncos won 13-12, but that was round 1. And then the Panthers beat them on the return. Zach Hill with the $8 donation. Appreciate you, Zach, as well. At least I might see Collingwood lose tonight. Yeah, that's beautiful. How beautiful is that? Go GWS. What a grand final. GWS versus Brisbane. Penalty to the Panthers. Oh, wow. He's said knock on, has he? That's just a make-up call for the Storm's woes. Saturn says Panthers are a cut above the rest. Chances looking bleak to take the dynasty away from them. Yeah. Oh, geez, I can hear that. Cashies says, who scored, bro? Literally every single player from the Penrith Panthers have scored. From the Storm, it was Justin Olam. Did I just see a Mexican wave? Says a lot. Yes, Sundo, you just saw a Mexican wave. Look at my look at how I'm sitting right now. Does it look like I'm having fun? I have fun with you guys. I don't have fun with this. This game suck. This is a preliminary final. Suck. You suck. No, we need Collingwood to win. My friend paid $9,000 for grand final tickets and he's a Collingwood fan. Yeah, well, unlucky for him. Unlucky. $9,000 for grand final tickets. Gee whiz. Where's he sitting in the MCC? You know, 9K? How many tickets did he buy? Oh no. Storm are all over the shop. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know left and right. It's $9,000. Where did he buy his tickets? Laurie says, would have been interesting tonight if Meerkat Puppy running around Gym Boy. Yeah, it would have been nice. What's Meerkat Puppy, though? It's Little Mother Puppy, Little Mother Puppy, Little Mother Puppy. Johnson says $9,000 just to see GWS versus Brisbane. Mate, that is a grand final for the ages. Oh, that's going to bounce here, and that's going to be knock-on Storm. That's daylight robbery. Can you imagine paying $9,000 to go watch GWS versus Brisbane at the MCG? When you can probably get tickets to that for like $50. You can probably get that's the one grand final that won't sell out. You'll get it for like $5. $5 up at the back end, right at the top. Your friend ain't a real Collingwood fan if he's that confident that they don't choke. Good point, Daz. They're going to challenge this year, the Storm, but I'm pretty certain this is just a knock-on here from Melbourne. Brendan says, imagine what Valentine Holmes could have done with it. No. Brimdog Billionaire says, what does he get with that private helicopter right there? He gets like a limousine. I reckon he'd get... you'd have to have Dusty Martin. You'd have to have Dusty Martin himself chauffeuring you. He would have to be serving you drinks. You'd have to have Mia Khalifa and bloody Dua Lipa, serving you olives in the mouth as you're watching the game. That's what you should be getting for $9K to a GWS versus Brisbane Grand Final. Levy says rich, it's fine. Joseph just says, well, there you have it. The finals will be better if it was Broncos versus Penrith, because if it was the Warriors, it's going to be just like this game tonight, one-sided boring. Mate, I'm not going to lie to you. I could see the Panthers doing the same thing with the Broncos. I'm not going to lie to you. I do think the Panthers win the grand final. I do think the Broncos will try to keep it close, but I can see the Panthers dominating again. Tonight, you just can't stop them. You just can't. I wish they used Warbrick a bit more in this game. I agree, Satik. I agree, they never got him involved. I think he should nearly even be a centre, to be completely honest with you. Maybe attack on the wing and defend the centre. I don't know. Do something. Because he was looking good when he had the ball. He was one of the best players tonight, to be honest. Mia would want to be serving up a bit more than all. Right hand side, Panthers, Brian Toto. There we go. The Fitty Bomb is still on here, folks. The Fitty Bomb is still on. Brian Toto with the try on the wing. And the Panthers are going back to the grand final, folks. The Panthers are going back to the grand finale. GWS lead 41-30. $9,000 well spent. Wesley says Ryan Pappy could have carried this game. You could have had Moses, the Virgin Mary, and Peter Parker as Spider-Man still playing for your team tonight, and the Panthers would have still won this game. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, is that a hat trick for Brian Toll? Well done. Well done. Mate, you could have had the entire cast of Mamma Mia playing for you, and you're not going to win. You could have had Tom Brady, LeBron James, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Cameron Smith, and also Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, and you're saying you still lose this game. Brennan says, Warbrick made good line breaks, my best player for Storm, I agree. Am I tripping, or was Cleary supposed to be injured? Cleary is injured. Man Metataka says, even the Avengers would struggle against the Panthers. Listen, even Zeus would struggle against the Panthers right now. You could have Zeus, and you'd still struggle. Primo Millionaire says, not even the Hulk can win the game for the Storm. It's not even possible. Sasson says, scared this is setting up for a boring grand final as well with how good the Panthers are playing. Hey, it won't be boring because guess what? The Titans women's going to win on the grand final though. So it doesn't matter. Mitchell says, watching Stephen A. Smith's first pitch for 80 minutes would be more exciting than this. Oh boy, eh? Well, tomorrow, guys, Broncos, Warriors. Let's cross our fingers. Let's cross our arms. Let's cross everything. No. Those mixed two dances together. I'll take that. So Panthers here. That's what this stream has come to right now. We'll make it 36-4. Hey, guess what? Don't forget, Nathan Cleary has missed every single kick in front of me this season. Thanks for coming. 36-4 with 10 minutes to go here the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Aloysius says, I feel sorry for whoever wins tomorrow. Look, fair comment, man, because they're going to get excited. They're going to be on the grand final week and inevitably lose this team. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. 9 minutes to go. Can we just, can this 9 minutes hurry up, please? Hasn't been a good final series besides 2 games. I'd say, 3 games. Even Roosters Storm wasn't that great. Canberra versus the Knights was good. Sharks versus the Roosters was good. And Roosters versus Storm at least ended crazily. He must get into his chin easily. Slapper. I slapped him up so hard. He's 0 from 1 in front of me this season. He has nightmares about it to this day. Slapper. Jason's get the tissues ready for tomorrow's stream. Oh, man. Whoever loses, Jay, yeah, look, I'm going to warn a lot of people. Whoever loses that game tomorrow, everybody else, my God, be prepared for just an absolute tear fest from whoever loses. Because with Broncos fans' arrogance right now, and the Warriors fans are known for complaining if they lose, just be very, very careful. Because the Warriors, if they were to lose, I guarantee you the fan base comes out and says that the competition's racist and there's a reason why they're not winning. Happens all the time, bro. And I love Warriors fans, for the most part. Not all, but most part. Joseph says, is it a home game for the Warriors? No, it's Suncorp. Auto says, well, turned a whack contest at this point. Yep, OJ's not good. Not good at all. Lucas says, refs are going to get grilled no matter what. Oh, yeah. Lauren Utah says, like the Kiwis when they beat England in the Rugby League World Cup. Semi by SJ tried to steal it, then got killed by Australia in the final. When was this? The Kiwis didn't play the Australians in the grand final. Australia played Samoa in the World Cup final. And England played Samoa and lost to Samoa, and New Zealand lost to Australia in the semi. So what are you talking about? Storm now. Jerome Hughes, Munster at the 40. 7.5 minutes to go. Gets the offload away to Meaney. Like the Kiwi, that's right. Malcolm McQuarrie. Oh, God help us with Malcolm tomorrow. Storm now. They'll be taking out the 35. Gets an offload away. Harry Grant. Gives it at the back now. Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes kicks it through. It's going to be... well, there's just been a Storm player just taken out. He's just simply been taken out there. Adam Fogarty says, how many Panthers can be the Bulldogs pinch and still be terrible? Mate, they could take this entire team and Gus Gould will still find a way. Oh, the Panthers are away. The Panthers are away. That's a high tackle. That's a high tackle penalty. Will Warbrick. Yeah, I don't think Warbrick's done that deliberately. He put his hand up immediately to say sorry. I don't think he did that deliberately. Brandon says, to be fair, it was a tight comp this year, points-wise, but the top teams are a mile ahead of the rest of the comp, and the Panthers are a league of their own. Yep. Like I said for a while, Panthers, then the Broncos are on their own tier 2, but they're below the Panthers. And then you would have had, going into the finals, the Storm, maybe the Sharks, and the Warriors. And then you'd put maybe the Sharks below the Warriors. Then you'd put probably the Roosters in with the Knights, not the Sharks. Knights there, and then the Sharks and the Roosters then, and then Raiders. God knows what will go. Raiders are so far out of it. Raiders are so far out of it that you could not just see the end of the earth, but you could feel the end of the earth from where the Raiders were sitting. The Panthers gave it up to Brian Toll, who'll be 22 metres out of the line. Troy Fitzsimmons says, Panthers fans in New Zealand the worst. Like they've been supporting them for years. Panthers fans anywhere are kind of usually like that, except for the ones in Penrith. If you live in Penrith, fair enough. If you don't live in Penrith, I guarantee you probably started supporting them 3-4 years ago. 15 metres out of the line, 4 tackle. They probably jumped over from the Roosters or jumped over from a team like the Melbourne Storm. But for me, I'm all about being proud of where you're from. 5 metres out of the line. What's the point? I was going to be a penalty here to the Panthers too. 10 minutes out. See, Levin's got picked for the XII game. Yeah, I would love to stream that game tomorrow, but I'll be at Dan's wedding. I'll be at Man's wedding, so I'll be back for the Broncos game, but I'll be at Dan's wedding for that one. The real game that people want to see is tomorrow. How good with Brizzy and Wires in a preliminary contest. Yeah, I've been calling this since quarter way through the season, all Jays. If you've been watching my streams all the way through the season, I've called Broncos versus Warriors in an elimination final all season. Sub says the Winters would have overtook Panthers for bandwagon fans by now. Yes, because with the Warriors, they get a whole country. And then they also get all the, fans of other teams. Raiders for and against were down with the bottom 14 in the comp, barely scratching for wins. Raiders for and against was the fourth worst in the competition. I know this because I'm currently doing my season reviews. Worst, Bulldogs. Second worst, Tigers. Third worst, Dragons. Fourth worst, Raiders. Fact. Muhammad Agas says, remember when I had a strong gut feeling the Storm were going to win? Yeah, not anymore, but look, it was a good year for us. Very inconsistent, though. But to make another prelim is just evident of the club that we are, unfortunately. Doesn't mean anything unless we win until next year, boys. I wouldn't really say this is a great year for the Storm, sorry. But I guess, yeah, cool, you can celebrate making a prelim. But making a prelim and get knocked out is actually a disappointment for the Storm standards. For the Titans, that'd be brilliant year. I'd be drunk to next week. If we get knocked out 38-4 by the Panthers in the preliminary final next year, I'm not coming back for 2 weeks. I'm getting drunk. I'm happy. What a season. What a season. Don't expect me back. Don't expect me back. Look, this is cheers to the stream. Time to turn this off here. Fair enough. Justin says, did it announce to the crowd? I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't hear it, obviously. Adam Fogarty says, will the Queensland effect be a factor at club level? What do you mean? Jared Troy's Broncos attack has been awesome this season. Yep, Panthers attack's been better. By 6 points exactly. Mohamed Lias is 100% right. It's disappointing to be knocked out the way it did. I need Crichton or Warbrick to score, please. There's still 4.5 minutes to go here. Still 4.5 minutes to go. Don't forget, guys, Broncos vs Warriors stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. Plus also the Dally M's next week. Plus also I'll be streaming both the women's games on Sunday. Knights versus the Broncos and the Titans. The El Titans taking on the Roosters. The Titans versus the Roosters. Mad Monday for the Storm and the Broncos. You sound confident, mate. Sound confident in the Warriors. I don't think either fan base should be that confident tomorrow. I think Broncos should be more confident, but I don't think either fan base should be looking at a grand final already. A 35,000 attendance. All the bandwagoners are off them. All the bandwagoners are off them, lads. All right, Panthers fans. What's happened? What happened? $36,000? 36,000 people? That's awful. That is absolutely awful. That is absolutely awful. And and that's just going to be a penalty there. Oh, come on, maybe. Laurie says, what's the weather for Suncourt tomorrow? I think it's fine. I think it's okay. I'll go have a look. Brisbane weather. Brisbane weather. It is meant to be 23 degrees max. So probably about like 18 degrees at night. Probably turn into Warrior fans. It probably slap out, especially considering Western Sydney has a large, Western Sydney has a large islander population. Aloysius says there'll be more people at the PM's 13 game tomorrow in Port Moresby. Yeah, and I wish I was streaming that game. I would normally stream it, but I've got my mate's wedding tomorrow. Storm is starting to get a little bit dirty. I got my mate's wedding tomorrow, so I can't stream that. But I will stream all the Pacific Championship with Papua New Guinea, Cook Islands, Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, New Zealand, Australia. So that'll be good. Stadium looks so empty. Really sad at attendance, especially for a big game. Yeah, I can see that the whole top part isn't even included. Like, there's no tickets sold for the entire top part. If the Panthers score here, there's a chance of a footy bomb. But they have to score right now. Laurie says, have Broncos been tested in the rain? Not really. I can't think of any specific time anyway. If I'm Panthers, go for a field goal. Test it out. Ahead of a grand final, you may as well go for a 2-point field goal. If I'm Cleary here, oh no, don't worry, they're going to score it. No, they're going to knock it on. They're going to knock it on. 3 minutes to go here, guys. Congrats on the wedding. It's not my wedding, Laurie. It's not my wedding, and don't congratulate him because he's organised his wedding on a preliminary final day. What an idiot. Orjay says, to be fair, ANZ has 80,000 seats rights, hence why not big crowd. No. No excuses. 35,000? No, sorry. Broncos will get between 30 to 40,000 on a regular season game. Broncos will sell out 54,000 tomorrow. I'm sorry, but no. That's not an excuse. If you got at least 50,000, okay, that's better. But 35,000 to a preliminary final, we're 1 week away from the grand final in a knockout game between two successful teams, I'm sorry, but that's outrageous. No way. There is no defence for 35,000 attendance. Oh, Storm are away here. Oh, don't tell me they're going to do it now. They're going to go and score last try wins. Last try wins, lads. Merriman Attacker says, Panthers are so good but play a boring style. I disagree. I think Panthers are exciting to watch. I love watching the Panthers play, to be honest with you. I think they've built really, really well. Norm fans didn't make the flight. Yeah, Collingwood's playing tonight, man. Collingwood's playing tonight. You know, Carlton's playing tomorrow. Melbourne fans didn't even take a good attendance to Melbourne, you know, when they played the Roosters last week in a knockout. Matt on Seve gets his ball off to Will Warbrick. Warbrick's definitely been their best player tonight. It's not even been close. Jackson, this Panthers seems scary. Yep, yeah, they're going to win the comp again this year, man. They're going to win the comp again this year. Minute and a half to go here. Can the Storm score one try? Can they score something? Anything? It'll be fit tackle at 20. Go for a field goal. Make it 38-5. Make it 38-5. Jerome Hughes at the back. Munster. Xavier Coates. Lost the ball. See you later, Storm. See you later. Enjoy Barley. Make sure Nelson Salamona keeps himself alright. Thanks for your commentary tonight, bro. See you again tomorrow night. Have an awesome one. Appreciate you, Joseph. We'll see you tomorrow, bro. Troy says, if the wedding was on the grand final night, would you go or would you stream? Dan would have... I would go to the ceremony, but I'd stream. At the end of the day, man, I do have to do this as well, right? And that's why I'm still streaming tomorrow night. Even though the reception is on tomorrow night, I will be going to the ceremony and then coming home to stream this for the when the reception's on. I do still have a job to do. You know what I'm saying? The dogs would have sold a core out. The dogs would have sold a core out. Daz, I'm pretty certain you brought less than 10,000 to that Titans Dogs game. God help us when all those bandwagoners come out. Hide your kids, hide your wife, lock your doors. The dogs would have sold out. They would have sold out of core. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here for now. Obviously, tomorrow we'll be streaming live for the Broncos and the Warriors game. Will be massive. That's from 7 p.m. I'll stream both the Broncos versus Knights and also Titans versus Roosters. Elimination semi-finals on Sunday in the women's. And then obviously got Dally M's and whatnot. But I appreciate you as always. Obviously, Panthers into another grand final. Really successful. Really good for them. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe for new around here. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya. See you later.